I'm live?
We've gone live.
You're not even on camera.
That's okay. I'm fixing things.
You're fixing things?
I'm fixing things.
All right.
You guys talk.
We're talking.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a brand new year of D20 Live. New year, same haphazard methodology.
I like it. I like how informal things are.
You say with this lovely new, not new table, but lovely table we have.
I like that too.
You like
but
that?
I also like how the presentation's very informal.
How do you mean?
That intro's terrible.
So you're lying to me now.
Well, I mean, it's good.
Okay, cool. Would you like me to do a more dynamic?
No, I mean, it was good.
No, it wasn't, because you said it was terrible.
I like that it shows off all of our personalities by being, oh, what is happening? Oh, people are staring at me now. Oh, okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a brand new year of D20 Live. Better? All right. I'm Big Mike. This is Jordan. Someone's already
Shadow Crown is
hosting us. This is Sam, the production manager.
Hi.
Dave
Dave's here.
is here.
Dave is here.
Dave is here. He's just eating.
Yep. So,
How was everyone's
Christmas?
Christmas?
It was very busy and family-oriented.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I have not existed here for quite some
I've
time.
noticed. We fixed up the curtains.
New Year's was lots of fun.
Oh, good. You're fine. I'm just fixing the curtains.
Okay.
It's holes and it pisses me off.
I went to a house party.
Lovely.
And one of my favorite games at house parties is to talk drunk people into doing stupid shit because it's funny.
Yeah.
And they're
Is that
often
why Devin posted up a thing?
Yes, that was me.
It stunk of your handiwork.
It did, didn't it? So, I had like 3 basically rum and cokes. And so I'm not drunk by any means, but I'm starting to get into the holiday spirit, we'll say.
Yeah.
And I turned to Devin because we were talking about the safety dance, and in the video for the safety dance by Men Without Hats, an amazing Canadian classic, there's a midget in it who is kind of cavorting along with the main character, because cavorting is a good word for that.
Yeah.
And so they go running through a wheat field, and you can't see the little person anymore because of the height of the grass, which made me laugh my shit off.
You're a monster.
No, he had great stealth score at that point. Anyway, so I'm like, I turned to Devin, I'm like, which is more deadly? A little person with a crossbow in waist-high grass or a velociraptor? And that proceeded, and so he says, I don't know, call his fiancée over, ask her. She's like, I don't know. Call over the hostess of the party. She's like, I don't know. She then sprints into the other room, asks 20 people at the same time the same question.
No one had a moment of, this is a horrible thing to discuss.
I was joking.
I know you were, because it's you.
I had no emotional attachment to the answer at all.
You need to play
People
a devil.
came up to me and they're like, what is the answer? I'm like, I don't fucking care. That's not the point of the question.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the answer is. That's not I don't know.
The point is just the joke is, the question is silly.
Yes. It broke down to a half an hour of people screaming at each other. It ended up in what you saw was Facebook polls.
I saw that! I was looking at this entire thing and I'm like, I'm in 20... This is a discussion happening between the border of 2019 and 2020. I know someone had to ask that as a stupid question, and it deserved an equally stupid answer.
It was very stupid.
And it deserved an equally stupid answer. I hope my answer was
the real answer is the little person rides the velociraptor and becomes the king of the area.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. No, but hold on. The point is...
Mine was... Do you remember what mine was?
No.
Well, you're supposed to call them halflings now.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on class and level, Bill.
I heard they are okay with dwarf.
Well, I think they're okay with calling each other.
Because I saw this comedy thing on Netflix that had a little person as the comedian, and he used the word dwarf to reference himself many times.
Yeah, but I think it's like the N-word. Like, they can call each other...
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say that out loud in front of a bunch of people we don't know.
Well, I'm not saying the word.
No, I know.
I'm saying that is how... that is a thing.
It could be possible.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I don't know enough people of
their
this.
Word. That's their word.
It's like ginger.
If I was a little person based on my proclivities, I would 1,000% demand everyone call me a dwarf, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's you.
Yes. So anyways, half an hour screaming match, Facebook posts. I end up doing a 20-question TED Talk on the particularities of the situation in front of a room of people. They're like, is the crossbow cocked? I'm like, of course it is. He's a hunter. Like, it's just really dumb shit.
Is the crossbow cocked?
Yes, of course it is. He's
prepared
prepared and not an idiot.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Was this room full of mostly white people?
Yes, and drunk. So it was great.
That's majestic.
So anyways, the night goes on. We're about to leave. I have one last flare of shit-eating grin to throw down.
Of course.
And I grab a bag of what constituted dog treats. Like just a bag of dog treats.
Like an actual literal bag of dog treats?
Yeah, it was like a sack of dog treats. And I asked, I'm like, all natural. I bet these are pretty good. And I got 3 people to eat dog treats.
How, and just the average age, what was the youngest person involved in this debacle?
Everyone was about like 30 range.
So it's good to know.
Everyone was a full-on adult and is entirely responsible for
But all the
decisions.
stupid shit that we made people do in college and university
still
works.
Oh yeah, it's a great game.
I need to come to more parties with you.
It's hilarious.
We would ruin so many parties.
Because I'm like, and then the hostess was like, "Who's never eaten a dog treat?" And the 3 people are like, "Oh!" And I'm like, "What the?" I turned it down. Like, "What the fuck is happening?" I was joking. I didn't think they were actually. Why are they eating dog treats? What is happening here? And the hostess's husband turns to me as we're leaving. He shakes my hand. And was like, "Thank you for coming." I was like, "This is why I get invited to parties."
Yeah, apparently. Is that why I don't get invited to parties? Because I don't do enough terrible things to people?
You're not drunk enough.
Neither was he.
I wasn't very drunk at all.
Yeah. I know this man's mind well enough to say that was relatively sober strategic planning.
Yeah. Yeah, George Sawyer reminds me of how 2 of my friends spent 3 hours drunkenly debating the best answer in a game of apple to apples. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, the
best
best apples to
people
apples
are the greatest people to split hairs in the world.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we have to look into the deeper philosophical pinings of why this handle on this glass is shaped the way it is. Like, you just go in and you dive.
Yeah.
You deep dive. For no reason. To the point where you're super obnoxious to everyone around you.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to shift so Dave can use the table.
That was coming.
Okay.
That was coming.
I will sit over here. In the cool kid table, where I get my own desk.
You get double balls and a step.
It's alright, it's alright. So,
Hey, everybody.
New Year! New
So that was
setup.
my New Year's.
That's way more interesting than my New Year's. Although my New Year's was
Whoa,
very lovely.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, you guys spend New Year's together, didn't you?
Yeah, we were up at her family's... Can I say the cottage?
You can say cottage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sounds really lovely, actually.
You
You
know.
also played video games all day.
Hovel in the
As you do,
woods.
because cottages are actually super boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sound really nice when you're not at one, then you get there and you're like, oh, there's like a TV and a toilet, and that's it. There's lots and lots of outside.
This is a lovely Armored Core model, Dave.
Ooh, what is it? Tell us all about it, Dave.
Well, give me a moment. I'm just
No!
squirreling myself away.
You want to switch to the camera so we can show the audience what... whoa.
Stuff.
And that's where the microphone's all the way over there.
They're slamming.
What is the audience saying?
Dude, you'd be surprised how much slamming gets picked up. There's all
Hello.
these nuances you don't know till you've ruined 7 videos.
A bunch of
Start
people.
watching.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me.
There's a
Fix.
chartable phenomenon. If you get enough dudes in the room, the average intelligence of everyone in the room nosedives.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I was convinced-
average intelligence, I disagree. Maturity level, absolutely.
I don't know, dude. You've heard the story of how I convinced a group of university students to have a syrup chugging competition,
A
right?
syrup chugging?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Super Troopers is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And it's an homage to an amazing movie.
And everyone gets all antsy in the pantsy.
My kid is super smart. My kid would absolutely chug maple syrup if I said it was a good idea.
You know, I didn't get maple syrup. I got Aunt Jemima's.
Yeah, no, so did they in the movie. My point is, my kid would absolutely do it. My kid is 12. You get enough dudes in a room together, every adult in that room becomes 12. Because you talk about dumb shit, and you do dumb things. But no one in that room is actually stupid. You just push each other into, like, silly contests for no reason.
Oh, no. So because of Mike constantly singing its praises during the last stream, I've ordered the Third Ed Exalted book. It should be here this Tuesday.
Nice.
Oh, no. I never sang Third's praises. I've only sang Seconds. Well, he's going to enjoy the setting.
Yeah. Quick, lighting. Where's the lighting?
Oh, boy. Oh.
By the way,
Greetings, my favorite people on YouTube. Thank you, Terror of Death.
By the way, everybody.
We greet you back.
I got my own Tamiya set because Mike got annoyed that I kept using his.
What is that?
It's a model kit set.
Ooh, neat.
So I can now cut my own stuff without having to borrow his stuff all the time.
Well, I mean, that's good.
Also, once again, we have gum.
No!
Is it gum or weird candy?
I don't know. Well, Dave's had the last 2 times, so it's technically your turn.
It is. I have to take this bullet for Dave. I have 2 bullets to take for you, actually.
What's the other bullet?
Devin's gonna be here. We'll put him on one of them.
We'll
Devin
take
will
it.
absolutely do it. Devin is so susceptible to peer pressure. Do you know I got him to chug scotch on his birthday?
That was an amazing
We were
night.
there.
Not
He
for
got
him.
so sick.
Were we there?
Yeah, we were there.
This is where I started to do the thing where I convince drunk people to do dumb shit. Because it turns out Devin's jokey Scottish part is connected by a very thin thread to his very serious ancestral Scottish part. Where I was like, hey Devin, you should chug that big cup of scotch you got. And he's like, fuck that. I'm like, don't be a bitch. And he's like, ah.
Do you have the paper towel over there?
We actually have newspapers if you need them.
And then,
I need to wipe down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and
Yes,
then
it's right by Sam.
And then he spent the entire night in the bathroom. That's why you didn't see
One or
him
two.
when you left.
One.
Okay,
I just need to de-dust it so that people can see
sure.
my horrible spending habit.
Have you
Building
have you
Jackie Reed.
owned that for a while, or was it dusted from the
Yes.
store? Oh, okay.
I've owned this for a while.
That's why Craft Check D20 Live exists.
Oh no!
I'm building more Gal Geiger robots.
Yay!
This time it's Geki Ryujin.
What's that one do besides what is I think again?
It's got a.
What is that?
It's a. Hang on.
It's a dragon launcher?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, so it's
I just
got...
put that together from the launcher dragon thing.
Do you want me to explain it? Or?
Yes, go ahead.
So
Please do.
basically,
That's
he's a
funny.
combination of 2 robots,
Yeah.
a cement mixer, and a dump truck.
Sure.
Naturally. But that's more of a stealth mode. The
Right.
dump truck part actually controls a powerful electromagnetic field that can fly.
Okay.
And
now
the-
percentage-wise, how close is Gal Geiger to Transformers? Because it seems real close.
Like 95%.
Like that Venn diagram's like real
It's
in there.
so on there. But the thing is, it's done by the same mechanical designers who do Transformers. It's Takara. But
Okay.
Takara wanted to do stuff outside of the
So
Transformers.
it's not a blatant rip-off. It's more of a continuation of an idea.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
I'm guessing there's Sentai pilots for these.
Yeah.
not
No, these guys are they're AI.
Oh,
Look how good a job I am at putting off eating this candy. Tell me more things about your robot I don't know.
Basically, the idea was because they didn't want it, so they could keep producing toys because
Okay, that's way better than the candy for one.
it loses its flavor in
now
3,
actually
2.
right there, right
Yeah,
there.
you saw it on his face.
I'm still trying to figure out what the flavor is, and it's gone.
I'm
like a candle in the. Do you have a candy in there, babe?
Ew, right here.
Oh, damn it!
no!
We're giving this one to
Devin,
Devin.
no.
That's right. Yeah, make Devin do it.
All right, now that I've got a proper seat to seat on.
So it's kind of like a weird mint lemon.
Yeah, that's what I kind
Like
of
like it's very much more lemon than mint, but it's got like a secondary flavor in there.
K3.
I really think they went lemon, like looks like a lemon drop kind of thing. It's not bad. I don't mind it.
So I believe this is an Armored Core model
These sets
from.
might be fresher than the leather ones.
I believe it's Armored Core.
Is Armored Core a game?
Yes.
3.
Nice. I like the
Wow.
gun. It looks cool.
Yeah, that's it's kind of why I bought it. I've got this one at home that I
Nice.
really enjoy.
So it looks like it's an assault rifle, but it's also mounted to the arm somehow,
Yeah,
like for stability reasons.
I think it stops like right there, so it's kind of more of a.
It's like a weird pistol then.
Yeah,
Like there's no backstop to it.
yeah.
But then again, if you have like shot suppression systems in the arm, would you even need a stock? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was the whole design thing for Armored Core. You know, they just wanted to put interesting guns on the front.
Yeah, you can see it on the camera. So the whole barrel comes down here,
Oh,
terminates there, but then it kind of comes up to the hand, which is here, and this doesn't really seem to go any further than that. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
pile these up so I
Armored
don't take up
Core
so much
Variable Infinity. So this is the same scale as another Armored Core model I have, and Armored Core has always.
I think if I build model scaling would drive me mental.
Oh my
space.
god!
Oh, dude.
I've
It's
got a
no-
one.
I'd want everything to be the same scale, and they're like, this is not, and it's making me insane.
Gundam's a lot better for it because they have like 160, 100, and 1.
So you would
140.
know going
So you
in.
always know, right? And there's some mechs that literally can't be built at a higher grade because they're so huge.
Sure, that makes sense.
But,
Infinitely harder to deal with because of the fact. Okay, because the last time when I was building,
clear bits.
when I was building Choryujin, they had different boxes,
Actually, I'm
so
just
all
gonna
the stuff is
stage it
separated.
here, have them,
Stuff
like,
is now
the
mixed
screws
together.
Standing up, so I can.
Oh no.
So
but
I,
in typical
You're gonna be at that
Japanese
for a while.
I'm
style,
gonna get this for a while.
they're all individually wrapped.
But of course,
Oh, here's the gun.
Neat.
Okay. I need to find 1A.
I don't know why there's brown bits. I think this is another gun.
You know what? I never have models of my own. I should just buy a modeling kit so I can help pop out of screw shit that you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
buy like a Mustang.
Just like a
or something.
So I can do that bit that nobody likes to do.
Yeah.
Or
I like doing it.
now instead of just clippers, you need
Well,
something
nobody but
called
Sam likes to do.
Sam likes doing a lot of things.
which is surprisingly close to being racist. But
What? Sorry?
these are nippers.
Okay.
Well, because they nip like tiny bites. I get it. It's not racist if we
They're not the
explain it
other
away.
thing. Let's spiral away from that.
It's not if we explain it overly.
If I close these right and get the reflection,
So I'm doing.
you'll see that there isn't a bevel on the inside of this. It's a straight cut,
Nice.
which is great for pulling things off the screws. So yeah, who wants to hear a funny story about me coming back from Buffalo last night?
Buffalo.
Yeah, I went to
Buffalo, New
New
York?
Yeah,
Is that in the U.S., Dave?
somehow, some way.
Oh, were you overseas when that?
How did you sneak across the border?
He's white.
Called a passport.
What's a passport?
You don't know?
I've been to Mexico and back twice.
Is
So
that a
Jordan-
passport?
It's real easy.
So Jordan
no.
will be resuming streaming soon.
Soon. I had a lot of Christmas shit going on.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you this Tuesday. Could I join you?
Yes.
Cool. What?
Tuesday.
We
Yeah,
wanna-
play Deathwing.
We need to play Deathwing.
I was going to ask if we could play Far Cry 5 so I could shoot rednecks. But I can just as easily do
We
that.
can do both things.
I only
Sure.
have that on the PS4.
Want to
so
go
I'm-
ahead and get that not a children's stream spiel out of the way?
Right! As always.
Fuckity fuck. Fuck.
We should just make a splash page right in the beginning.
Yeah. And
Not
Lord
too early.
Nauticus likes to fuck people of appropriate age. We're done. FCC, leave us alone. There we go. Not that they've been really bothering us, but still.
I think I remember watching an episode of, if you haven't seen the channel called Legal Eagle, they're very good on YouTube.
Yeah.
Legal Eagle?
Yeah,
Or-
I've
Yeah.
seen that guy.
Yeah. He did an episode about COPA, and apparently it's not as invasive as everyone thinks it is.
Good.
Well, yeah. A lot of people
Apparently.
are... The problem is, on principle, it shouldn't be invasive. But the thing that's been happening with it, with a lot of other legal things that are coming forward, like it was the same thing way back. Hey, what was the thing that got all of like the Channel Awesome guys up in arms? I'm trying. You remember what I'm
I
talking
know what you're
about?
talking about. I don't
The
remember.
accusations?
No. Before that, when they were still actually talking to each other.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just the implied drama.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was called.
But yeah, no. There's always the big concern from the populace isn't the law in and of itself and its intent. It's what it can be extrapolated to.
Oh,
And because COPA was so wide-reaching, for standard legal purposes, it shouldn't.
Right, okay.
But because of the vaguity of it, which is occasional, SOPA. Thank you.
Biggity.
SOPA? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Because of the vague quality of it, which happens unfortunately
What do I
legally
do with this gum now?
in the first iteration.
It's
You got a can of Coke?
it's become wall putty in my mouth.
You've got
Did you want a paper towel to spit it out at?
No, I'm gonna dump it in my can of Coke. It's cool.
All right, cool.
No need to waste a paper towel.
Pippa? Yeah, SOPA and Pippa. That's the one.
Sopa and Pippa. Those sound like hobbits.
SOPA, Pippa.
Like, isn't that the name of like one of the Queen's relatives?
It might be.
And here's
That's not even a joke. I think that's true.
Pippa, Duchess of I don't know, Lower Canterbury,
Yeah.
East Willamberry.
They still talk to each
How
other.
do you
They
wall
just
putty? It's
don't
like,
talk
don't
to
judge my
animals.
life, man.
They still talk to each other. They just don't talk to Channel Awesome anymore. Yeah, which is fair. But we all know what I'm talking about. Because we all have memory, unlike the rest of the goddamn
Brother,
internet.
use the heavy phone. Still laughing at the Deathwing review
What the
last
hell's
in
he
Discord
playing?
load.
Tara
Yeah.
Dick was asking how is your how is Genetic going?
Oh, I haven't really played with it that much. I absolutely adore putting this thing together, though. So far, I think it's going well. Where's my e-plate?
There's a lot of doubles in here.
Where do I? Both sides?
Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me.
Where
I
did
feel,
my-
yeah,
How symmetrical? This thing's pretty symmetrical.
yeah, it's got lefts and rights.
Yeah.
So like a
Oh, there.
forearm could be
Why?
repurposed.
Why is
Well, I
that not
imagine this
labeled?
comes together.
Oh, there it is.
and
It's
you
labeled on
need
the
two of them.
inside.
Yeah.
What bullshit is this?
What fresh hell?
What the cinnamon toast fuck is this?
Yes!
Bullshittery.
Well, okay. When you look for these plates, right, you've got to try and find them in a bag when they're double stacked. And I want you to imagine just seeing this kind of plate with all the black contrast on the back and trying to see the marking on it. That's malarkey and I've been working with the public too much. I can't swear anymore.
Malarkey.
I used to be able to swear so well. I used to call people smegma stains and cunt rockets.
Oh, never mind.
They weren't great insults, but they threw you off guard enough for me to go, ha-ha!
What is a cunt vibrator? Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, vibrators are good things. A cunt rocket is a rocket that shoots into someone's vagina.
Ah, snook.
Yes.
Yeah,
A snatch.
Okay.
No, because a vibrator doesn't launch.
Yeah, the boring ones don't.
As a woman, I feel very disgusted by this conversation.
You want us to stop?
No, that's fine.
To be fair, I don't know of any ones that do that. I'm just talking.
I know.
Some of them do.
What, launch?
Okay, well, that's you're on your own now because I drew a hard line where I stopped there.
That's fair.
Morpheus, what are you bringing to the orgy? Machines! Okay, I'll bring the lube.
Oh, you're gonna need it. Pure
anyone here heard of the audio drama Linkara did last year with almost the whole old crew? Yes, I did. I didn't listen to it, though.
Yeah, the thing is, the person who did it, the person who is orchestrating the whole thing was actually our friend Nick.
Oh, that was Nick?
That was Nick. It was all Nick's thing. Everyone else just remembers that Linkara and Lupa and Mars Girl were in it because they're bigger names than Nick was, but Nick is really good. He's Bargain Boy. So, yeah.
Bargain bin boy?
Yeah.
He finds games that are relatively easy to find in the bargain bin, which, spoiler alert, most good games do eventually go there.
Bargain bin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
unless they're Nintendo titles, and then they're fucking full price until they retire.
No, only the ones with the trademarked IPs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find really cheap Nintendo games really easy if you know what you're looking for. Even then, if it was Metroid Other M, you could have gotten 10 for $1 at a time.
Well, that's because it's Other M.
Yeah, nobody wants that shit.
But yeah, that's our friend Nick.
Everybody always came in for, what was it, Metroid Prime?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
1,
good
2,
luck,
3.
homie! That was my response as an employee. Do you have Metroid Prime? No! And if I did, it wouldn't be over there with the other games. It would be on the wall, because I don't trust any of you.
Alright, we'll use this.
Jordan, I'm completely convinced that if you actually had a full-on store at this point in your life,
I'd have turned into the Simpsons comic book guy a long
you would.
time ago.
You would have. But more than that, like, people would have been coming to literally be like, "It's Jordan!" Like, if we ever got big enough and you actually got a store, they'd be like, "It's Jordan! Jordan, make fun of me like you do everybody else!"
But if you put me
Why? The way you dress does it for me.
Yeah, see? Like, oh my god, he razzed me! I feel like I'm part of the D20 Live team! And you would be like, you would call me and be like, Mike, what's going on? I'm like, dude, it's what you do.
I hate this. It's not fun if they're not hurt.
They want me to do it. It takes all the buzz out of it.
It does. I'm not your fucking clown.
Tell it to
I
Groucho Marx.
don't just perform when you ask me to.
You kind of do, actually.
Dance monkey dance.
Well, I mean, shut up.
You literally perform when I ask you to.
This is
But
legitimately
how
a
I perform
narcissism.
is a very different question. You're like, do a thing. And I'm like, ah!
That's because I know how to handle you.
Our man on the
It's
street.
like, what do you want me to
versus-
do? Just whatever. I trust your instincts. It's like, that was a mistake.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So.
I'm being your support character.
Oh, it's like the new Jumanji. You're my professional gun caddy.
I've had those. They're very important.
I totally go to a nerd store run by Jordan.
I kept that goddamn video game store running.
You did. I was there. I'll never forget the one time you tried to upsell me to get a copy of Persona 3 when I wanted 4. And you're like, why would you not want this? I'm like, I don't want it. And I watched your head break. I
never understood Persona nerds, okay? It was like, I've got the full series. And they're like, I only want that one. I'm like, damn it.
Ugh.
You've seen through my ruse.
I used to upsell everything, like, by accident, a lot of times.
Hey,
Well, upselling's easy if you know what you're doing.
Well, people come into stores with money to buy things.
Yeah.
Upselling is not difficult. You're like, well, you just do like an Amazon like recommendation style.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you like this, we've also got this, and this. And they're like, okay. Or sometimes they're like, ooh, what's that? A wildly marked up Ocarina of Time? I'll take that. Okay.
Oh. I have not. I've only played maybe, how much of Ocarina of Time?
Do a thing. Okay. Wooga wooga wooga. Detect magic. Jordan's store would become a D20 Alive pilgrimage site. Yeah, to be fair, it would.
Gee, holy shit.
At least you know people would be going there legitimately to hang out with you, though, right?
We would live stream just from a camera in the store.
Yeah, you would.
It's like that hotel room in Japan.
How
$1 a night.
How many times have I subtly picked my nose today?
It's a counter.
It's like, why are you assholes counting that?
I would make legitimate fake accounts for those streams. It'd be like, I wonder if Big Mike's going to show up today. Why would you say that?
He's like texting. I wonder if he's coming in.
Would it be really weird if Big Mike came in and said, wubba lubba lubba llamas? Why would he say that? Wubba lubba lubba llamas? You
orchestrated this.
Why do you watch the stream before you come in? Fuck.
I would never, ever, ever not think you didn't orchestrate that.
Yeah. And it would get eloquent, too. I would go through elaborate conspiracies. Like, I'd get fans that have known, are fans. I'd be like, listen to me. At this time, say this in the chat. I'll be in the store. I won't even touch my phone. It's perfect.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah.
You can only do that like once in a while, though.
I know.
Because it loses its magic.
It would very quickly.
You have to be really
strategic
about that.
Yeah.
You mean like how Jordan made accounts so Tyler had to say the names during stream? That's exactly it. Yes. Say my name, Tyler, baby, is still going strong. And absolutely still subscribed to this Switch channel.
We need Tyler to come back.
No logic to any of the.
I should message him and find out if he's still alive.
He is. He got promoted in his Artemis thing actually recently, and I
saw that.
Shared it on Facebook.
Shorn it.
And he was very happy that I did so. So he's still around somewhere, or someone's got his phone. I don't know.
They've reanimated his body and just took over his social media.
We can.
I know he's still alive because I occasionally send him messages saying, "Tyler, I found this thing you like. Do you want it?" Because that's a habit I have, as Sam can attest.
Yes.
Sure.
Why are these fangs on the back?
Is Tyler okay? Yeah, he's just been overworked for the last...
Tyler's a paramedic, isn't he?
No, he works for Toronto Hydro.
Why did I think he was a paramedic this entire time?
I don't know. Is it because he wore a white shirt and it confused you?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it. No, I think it's because I see him in his Artemis uniform a lot, which is a
white shirt and it
super goddamn elaborate. Actually, I looked at the picture. I'm like, those are full on stitched on patches. Like this is like an actual uniform for an actual thing. Yeah, like it's
someone
amazing.
had a meeting to determine that they had epaulets.
I've seen those meetings. He gets very mad during those meetings. They should not take that long.
Damn it!
No, but like the amount of money that goes into those uniforms has got to be a lot.
It's a lot easier to get patches stitched than you think if you know what you're doing.
I guess.
Like if you do it like only like once in a while, but if you get it's different. But if you order something in bulk, the cost goes down considerably.
Convoluted prank. I don't pull pranks. I don't have the patience for the long game.
I do, because I'm a sociopath.
I really go in for the immediate gratification.
Where's G?
That's Super Robot Life, huh?
Somewhere.
Let me get my screwdriver.
On the other side.
I like this new setup though.
It works out a lot better.
Yeah.
P N I E B. It might be in there. It's got to be in there.
It may not be a part of this kit.
So I got a question for the group. For the holidays, what was your favorite thing you got?
On the outside like the other one.
Oh,
I got a 32-inch monitor for my computer, so I got 3 monitors now.
Hell yeah.
Nice. There you go.
That's pretty tight.
It is pretty tight, actually.
Dave, how about you?
Here's G. This is a separate G. For me, I got some art prints by a artist I really enjoy the work of. They're mecha, but I also had some acrylic cut for me, and I have them on like floating standoffs.
Yeah,
and it looks really, really awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Sam?
So I'm enjoying that.
That's a good question. What did I really like? What did
Anything notable?
Well, okay, notable, yes. Did I like it? Not exactly. But
That's a very different question.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was notable and why was it not the best?
A giant cooking plate.
Oh.
See, and that's exactly why.
So that's fun.
That's right up there with getting a Peloton for Christmas.
Right? Like, I appreciate it because my parents obviously, got it for me, and I feel very flattered that they would get me something like that, but I'm like, when am I going to use it?
Save it for the future.
When you eventually run a LARP and need to cook for 50 people.
Oh.
Are you planning on running a LARP?
Whoa.
I was going to say, what are you doing?
Yes, Jordan, I want to rent out a camping field and have 50 unwashed fans hang out there.
What makes you think they're unwashed?
Because after 3 days, you're not washed.
Well, there are some who take the time to wash.
I didn't wash at LARP. Did you wash at LARP?
I think I did my armpits with baby wipes.
Yeah.
So I was like fundamentally human.
Yeah.
I needed that layer of sweat to insulate me.
Because I remember the campsite we LARPed at, and I remember going into that bathroom and going, nope.
That bathroom was a nightmare.
And that was horrific. Yeah. And I'm like, nope. If there was a nice creek and I had some soap for that, yeah, I could have done something.
But it was also... Was this spring?
Yeah, it was spring.
Yeah. The fucking middle of spring. So...
I want to go back. That was fun. We spent the weekend as peasants, and it was great.
Because we were mostly insulting each other and the cook.
And everyone else around us, actually.
We got mind controlled.
We did. We did a lot of stuff. Actually, because everyone, when you do LARPing, everyone's like, I was a character, this was my amazing story, whatever. And we all, like, every time I go, and when you guys went, we were NPCs.
We were just asking.
And we have so many stories from that.
It's like, I got deafened.
Do you remember when the king asked us to attack him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. My axe fell apart.
No, I wasn't there for that.
No?
You weren't part of that mob?
No, I wasn't there. I was there when we were all Skull Knights.
We were dwarven traders. We couldn't have actual mithril because that would flood the economy. Everyone would fucking buy it. So we had, I can't believe it's not mithril, spoons.
Yeah.
Dishware.
It's like, it's so good it may as well be mithril.
Yeah, it's just masterwork tin.
But, like, it's so good, though. We go up to the king and we're like, hey, do you want to buy our stuff? Because why not? And he's like, listen, when I say the words, I want all of you to attack me and try to kill me. And we're like, huh? Sorry?
Repeat that one more time.
This is legit the king surrounded by his bodyguards. We're like, sorry, what?
I'm going to dismiss my guards.
And he's like, I need to test who is loyal to the crown. I want all of you to attack me when I say the word.
War crime, you say, huh?
And we're like, I'm not comfortable with this. We're all standing around looking at each other like, what?
Do it or I'll outlaw you. And I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, he was like, do it or I'll make you outlaws. And I was like, well, all right then. It was like, we're all like whispering each other, like, we're all going to die. We're all going to die.
But aren't you like nigh immortal? No, I'll drop all my protections. I'll actually be vulnerable. Come at me, bro.
Like, I don't like this at all. So anyways, he's like, he just started screaming, oh, I'm being attacked or whatever. And we're like, all right. We're just like hammering like axes into this guy. He goes down and he's like looking around waiting for whoever shows up. Nobody showed up. Because this is what you get when you have a nigh immortal king. No one feels the need to protect you at all. So he's like, thank you. You've shown me a lot of things. And he gave us some money and we just left. And we're like, guys, we should get the fuck out of here. It's like our welcome has been worn out.
Oh no!
So we disappeared into the fucking woods, as you do.
We're like, we should stop being dwarves now.
All right, we're
bye.
I know I keep bringing this character up, but I absolutely loved him, and he's been my go-to for a hapless villager. It was my town guard.
It was a good town guard.
He was, because he was overwhelmed.
Just looked menacing in the face of sheer insanity.
He was just like, I loved his entire thing. It was just like, what are you? I'm one of the town guards. Oh, rock on. What do you have to say? Not much. You're an adventurer. Your life is entirely more creative than I am. I'm very grateful for it, though. It's just, I'm just here eating my hot dog. And I had a guy literally following me for an hour, just hearing me talk.
Yeah.
As this town guard, going like, so tell me about your life. It's not fucking complicated now, is it? I get up, I do my guard duties, I go home, and I hope that a nice girl down the road will suck on my tongue for a while. And he's dying!
Ew. Gross.
Oh, Mike and his rogue tongue.
Is this the same LARP where the drow are purple? They're purple now.
They had problems.
Well, it was an unfortunate oversight is what happened.
Yeah.
Because drow, if you're staying true to the lore...
You end up like Senor Chang.
You end up like Senor Chang. So like super dark ebony, not like black like a real life black person would be, but like charcoal black skin.
Yep.
The problem is too though, there's actual modules where if you look at them, you're like, those are black people.
I don't know about that.
You drew black people. Like the actual Queen of Spiders module, one of the most famous drow modules.
Oh, maybe.
If you look at the cover of that, you'll be like, that looks like Tina Turner.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, that's an artistic choice that they made, and I'm not affiliated with
and you would change appropriately to...
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to be like that.
Because elves aren't supposed to look like humans. That's the point. They're not fancy, spiky-eared humans. That's not how it goes.
I almost want to show you the cover.
They're like I like the way that 40K does them, where they look very human,
but they're not.
Like at a fucking distance, you would be hard pressed to tell.
Yeah.
But when you get up close, a lot of times, a lot of characters, like I got up close to it, and I'm like, it's very not human.
Yeah.
Like it's like the whole they describe a lot of uncanny valley when they get up close to it, like an Eldar. You're like, it's so close, but it creeps you right the fuck out because it's not. And humans just have that built-in instinctual reaction to things that are human, but not quite. Like life like robots and stuff.
Yeah, like elves refer to
humans as speak of the goddamn devil.
Hey, Devin! That's My Hero Academia energy drink. Take it now. My Hero Academia energy drink.
Where did you find that?
It was gifted to me for Christmas.
You haven't even watched Boku.
Interesting.
Or do you now?
Precisely.
Yes, you plus ultra point. Power of All Might. Is his name All Might?
Plus Ultra.
Yeah. It was from a friend who misunderstood that 2 of the 4 of us watch it. I am not one of those 2.
You hear this? You can be a hero.
You say that, but Dick would literally bathe in that.
This advertising is super reckless.
It's almost Red Bullion, but man. Yeah, there's dang.
How's your day been, Devin?
Could be better.
I'm just gonna put that center.
You can talk about it if you want. If you don't want to, we won't make you.
People are saying hi and asking how you're doing.
I'm gonna move guys.
There it is.
Over here.
All right.
Are you gonna move there? Or,
well, Devin's got to sit here.
This isn't exactly on camera.
Also, we have a thing we have to make you do.
We have a thing that we need to make me do?
Yeah, you have
to
a
eat
candy
that.
to
You have to eat the gum.
Oh, good lord. Okay. See.
I've eaten the first one and I'm still alive, so you have a good choice. You have a good chance.
There's my group of friends who was with when I got that. There's one of those friends. Sorry, I'll just lean in here so the camera can see. One of those friends loves spicy food. So every Christmas we get him like the newest spicy thing. Last year it was a spicy nacho. This year it was called the Devil's Toenail or Satan's Toenail.
Oh, gross!
And it was a lollipop.
That's 7
and
shades
the whole what am I trying to say? The whole bet that goes along with it is the longer you hold it in your mouth, the more Scoville units it does.
That's terrible.
You can go all the way up to 5 minutes. It is accountable because your saliva will just melt it.
Yeah.
So it gets hotter and hotter as it goes to the center. It goes up to 9 million Scoville units at the final center, and you need about 5 minutes to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll.
This sounds like how you extract information from witches.
Exactly. I won't show it on stream because, I don't know whether, he would be comfortable having the show. But, by the time he got to about a minute and a half, he did the thing of, I need to breathe. So he took it out.
Silly monkey.
Took a breath and it's like, it was that singular breath that started.
Your mouth.
Exactly.
You trigger every nerve ending that's currently exposed.
Exactly. They're like, oh god, what have I done?
Yeah.
All right.
Man, people invent some terrible things.
White and yellow.
Yep. And this same friend, I also got them a hot sauce that was called the Ass Blaster.
Gross.
Sounds
he
like it's
had
not so bad
previously,
up
and
top.
he had previously put that on his tacos when we went out to dinner. So, yep.
Oh. Our anus erasing taco.
Oh!
Yep.
I don't
Pretty much.
I don't participate in hot sauce all that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm very
Awake.
British.
Yeah. You're awake.
Isn't black pepper considered exotic?
Yeah. Dude, every time I use... Okay, so you can go to the dollar store and get just black pepper grinders
Yep.
full of black pepper already, and I got it for like $1, no joke.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, 100 years ago, you'd have to send a guy in a boat to India to go get you this shit.
It was
It would
literally
take
worth
3 months, and it'd be worth its weight in gold.
gold. Literal gold.
And I bought it for $1 down the street.
There was a time where aluminum was more valuable as cutlery than silver.
Excuse me, it's aluminium.
Aluminium, sorry.
Can you turn this
Oh, the British
around
have invaded again.
Excuse me.
This part?
a little bit?
Oh, babe.
Anyways, yeah, it's super expensive. And, that's because aluminum
Do you
is
want
like a nightmare to
Do you want me to
mine.
get pliers?
It is. And
Yeah.
you have to
Okay.
process it a certain way to draw
Oh,
the
that's
fucking
tough.
aluminum out
There's
of
like
it.
no
Yeah,
leverage
well,
on this
hard.
whatsoever.
And now you can buy it in foil shape for like $1.50.
Yeah.
Like, is it aluminum? But back in the day, it was a nightmare to mine.
Yeah. Or just refined, period.
Yeah, it was everywhere. But it was like, fuck this all day. Anyways, so yeah, I put lots of black pepper in my food because I'm a daredevil apparently.
That's
Love
okay.
your
I've come to
daredevil ways.
learn that too much sriracha puts me down.
Yeah, sriracha's not.
Sriracha's a
gentle.
good
It's too
time.
much.
Keep this upright. Don't tilt it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Well, yeah, your funeral. I don't know
It's
what's in there.
full of liquids.
Okay, I need to put this on stream. Can people appreciate both the part that I'm using and the pliers that I'm going to be using to fix them?
No.
What's wrong with
I
it?
don't know. What,
This is the part.
Yeah.
These are the pliers.
Why
ah!
don't you get smaller pliers?
We don't have smaller ones.
You don't have needle
To the
nose back
Home
there?
I
Depot.
do.
I can't find them.
I think
I got it. There you go.
Thank you.
You need to go to the Home Depot.
Well, I have needle nose, but they're at my place.
I think I swear
There's no.
I've used needle nose pliers here.
Yeah, there are.
That existed back there, and I
Yeah.
think I know where they are, but I'm not gonna.
I could have gotten them, but we've already fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
We'll
wanted
get
to
around
show the
in
contrast because I thought it was
toolkit.
funny.
We need Jordan to start rummaging around in the toolkits. Look what I found!
Use my raccoon-like hands to
They're
rummage.
like people! You're washing in the river.
I've watched a lot of things in a river. Okay, shut up.
Worcester sauce was invented by accident.
Lee
Lee and Perrin were tasked with recreating some Indian curry sauce for a novel, forgot about it, and then discovered it like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Oh! And then they tricked someone into consuming it. And it was
Basically.
alright.
Well, I bet you any money they're like, we need to recoup this loss because there's a lot of stuff in there.
Like fancy
Everything in there
expensive.
should still be edible. Try it.
My
Like,
favorite.
Sarah, I don't want to. It's like I paid you 3 cents yesterday. Eat the sauce. Because it was the Industrial Revolution.
But that was my monthly pay.
Dude, I'll kill your family. Because it was the Industrial Revolution.
I'll put your son to work in the gin mill. It's like, oh, gee. His little hands can get into the mechanisms.
It'll last 3 weeks.
No
Then he'll
more!
run out of fingers.
Oh my god.
They didn't
That's the
care
way
shit.
of the
They didn't give a
time.
shit at all. They're like, oh, he's lost his hand. Call the doctor in.
Jeez, piracy had more fucking.
Get back to work.
Yeah, piracy had better.
Health.
Make him stop bleeding on the
programs.
machines and get him back to work.
It's like, why would you want to become a pirate? You'd live out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of guys who respect you.
Yeah, but they paid me when I lost a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually had workers' comp. You got time off to, heal, and they gave
Because
you
you go to
like a
Tortuga
gold
and get
shilling.
shit-faced.
Yeah, and then they give you a gold shilling for your finger, or
Or whatever.
an amount for a leg.
Then it was immediately stolen from you.
Yep. In
Because
games of chance. Or
hookers.
yep.
Look, ladies of the night provide a valuable service.
And they should be respected. But once upon a time, they would have stolen your kidneys.
Are you kidding me? They still do that.
Ladies of the night gotta eat too, okay?
Yeah.
Back in the day when...
The Chinese pay well for organs. Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da. Hey!
Water?
Thank you.
No, don't drink that because that's going to have paint in it.
It's gonna. It doesn't
Yeah.
yet.
It doesn't have it right now. Iced tea.
Thanks, buddy.
That you can drink.
Yay.
That's for the brushes.
Oh. You say that, but one day we're gonna be big
Now
enough
the
that.
tricky part.
Okay, let me get up. Let me move. Okay, now
All
you
right.
can go.
Hold
Alright.
on.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, God.
It's all good. We've got space. We'll catch you.
Okay. All right.
By the seat of your buttocks, we'll catch you.
Are you clinging tenaciously to my buttocks?
Oh, the powder does
And
matter.
how tenacious.
He's got the Pope writing on his ass, and he's just like, cling tenaciously to my buttocks. And he's like,
I don't know how
Okay,
that,
okay.
I don't know how that shit flew.
I think the censors fainted, and then they forgot to fill out their paperwork saying no.
I remember when Ren and Stimpy was on TV, and everyone was like, "It's vulgar," and I'm like, "But no one can ever explain to me how."
How? Exactly.
Late night YTV. I see fucking Ren and Stimpy.
And that's just it. Like, YTV had that on.
Old school.
YTV.
Sorry, because a lot of people are from the States.
Ah!
YTV was a channel that we had in Canada before it was bought.
Still do,
by,
it's
It
just
still
not.
do.
Well, it was before it was
Oh,
bought
wow.
by Chorus.
that's gotta be
The great consumer.
It basically was youth TV, like how every station tried to make themselves an acronym. And then it played kids' cartoons during the day, and then whatever the hell,
This is the boss monster. No.
and then whatever the hell it wanted at nighttime.
Because they would pick up like all these TV licenses, and the thing that
They
used
used
to
to
get
play like hard anime, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
they would play hard anime. They would play British sitcoms.
Yeah, I remember there was one. It was like a Three Stooges thing with two guys, and they just physically abused each other constantly.
That was Kenny and Spinny, I think.
Pardon?
Was that Kenny and Spinny?
No, that was entirely different level of abuse.
Okay.
And that was on TLC, I think.
Kenny and Spinny?
Yeah.
I thought they were on Mutt. I thought they were on MTV.
I don't know. Maybe they were. I think they were syndicated a bunch of times.
I hate Kenny and Spinny.
They're really hit and miss.
There was an episode where they were their challenge was to live homeless for like as long as they could, and one of the guys did it kind of honestly and lived the homeless life, and the other guy, he just walked into his bank and said, "Hey, I was just mugged," and got his bank card, and then he started living in a hotel.
Yeah, he cheated on like everything they did, and then there was always a surprise. The other guy, like, what are you cheating? Like, he's cheated on everything that you've ever done. Yes.
Ever done.
How is this a surprise?
Yeah, how are you still surprised? Oh, God. Surprised.
So loud.
So, I was reading on Reddit, and there was a thread on best and worst tabletop games of the decade.
Yeah.
I was amazed at some of the things that had gotten worse. Would you like to know, and this is going to break Devin's heart, would you like to know what was most consistently called the worst tabletop game of the decade?
Exalted 3rd edition.
Close. Second was like number second that they mentioned.
Oh, okay.
And that's heartbreaking.
Wow.
I know.
Really, Exalted 2nd edition was near the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because it was for the whole decade. Third, they agreed was worse
Okay.
of the
Yeah.
two because it didn't fix any of Second's problems.
Did Second even exist? Like it did. Wasn't being. When did we play? We went.
We were playing in 06, but it was still around in 09.
Oh, okay. All right.
They were still publishing stuff for it.
Yeah.
in 09.
Okay. Fair enough.
But it is a 2010s RPG
yeah, I was
through and
gonna say,
through.
that's all right.
So
Do you
it's
guys
really
know
not fair to hold it
Yep.
that standard.
Cool.
But no, would you like to
you?
know what it was?
Yes.
Sure.
Shadowrun 5th.
Shadowrun 5th. So what was their metric for it? Because the story I think is beautiful, but the mechanics are garbage.
It was the
Way
mechanics.
too-
It was the
yeah,
mechanics.
The mechanics are way too complicated for what it was.
Holy moly,
So
you're
I-
painting the old one.
Yes, so this is a boss monster for a game that I'm playing after the Angoria stream. So the Sunday after the Angoria stream, I'll be playing.
Not for us, but for yourself.
But when I started playtesting Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we tried to get this done in 7 months. It didn't happen, scheduling conflicts. So now we're finishing it up. We have transitioned to finally 2nd Edition, and this big guy is a boss of. Damn it, can't reach.
It was good. You had it.
Hey, boss. Yes.
Did Bluebeard's Bride make the worst?
No, it was universally praised.
What?
Yeah.
Great old one.
It sounds like not a game I would not enjoy.
Bluebeard's Bride. There's.
I don't know what it is, to be fair.
It's a pirate game. I would
Well,
want to
I put that
enjoy
to-
it, but
No,
It's not.
It's
Put that
not.
together.
It's you. Have you ever heard the story of like the Legend of Bluebeard's Bride?
No, I have no idea what that is.
yeah. Now that
I hear it's a bad time.
it's about time.
Basically,
Most
what happens
old
with
legends
Bluebeard
are.
is that
Yeah.
he goes around and he marries a bunch of women, and then he just kills them afterwards because they get too nosy. He goes, "Don't go into this one room," and of course they always look in the one room. And it turns out he's a fucking mass murderer.
Oh,
Keeps killing his
well.
wives
Who
for
keeps
looking.
killing his wives for looking in
in
this
the
one
one
room?
room. You think he'd stop giving them the keys to the one room and just be like, no.
Or buy a different house.
Or do it in the shed.
In the shed like a normal serial
Like
killer.
an outbuilding. It's something.
All right, there we are.
So, Bluebeard's Bride, the role-playing game, you play as the bride, but you're all different parts of her brain.
Which would be
Ew,
fun.
I don't like it.
Which would be
that's
which
not
would-
cool.
Which would be fun normally,
So it's like an inside-out sort of thing?
kind of.
Except for the fact that none of them are actually, none of the parts of the
Contrast
brain are like, oh, we're the smart one, or like, oh, we're the emotional one. No. It's the whore, the virgin,
Well, the fatale.
sorry, but I call her the whore because she is a whore. And then
She's supposed to be role played that way. Like that's the
Basically,
expectation.
yes.
I see.
There's what was it? The mother.
El Prostituto.
It sounds weirdly
This
like
does sound very
anti-feminist.
It is, and apparently I got fucking yelled at on fucking Twitter because somebody didn't agree with me on that.
Yeah, because you got yelled at by a piece of shit, and I took him to town for it.
I feel like if you're going
It's
to post any
so
opinion
annoying.
on Twitter, you
Yeah,
run the risk of
you
getting
run the risk of
by a
being yelled
weirdo.
at.
No, it's not fair.
That's
You
not
shouldn't-
that's not the point. It's
By
the
a
fact
weirdo,
that,
I said.
but the thing is that I said it's like, look, if you like it, go ahead. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play this. I don't want to feel like a
Yep.
piece of shit because basically I'm being gaslit the entire time by my other players.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the entire
Yeah.
thing is that you have to basically, like, one of the things of, I think, the fatale is she convinces other people that,
What
like,
happens?
what happens is their own fault.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. And
Right.
that's
It's expected of you to do it.
It sounds
Oh,
weird and toxic.
that's
And
really
it's like, hey,
weird.
that's not cool. And then I got yelled at because they're like, that, like, this is a wrong opinion. You're wrong. You don't understand what abuse is. And I'm like, oh, okay, motherfucker, we're gonna go like that? You're a dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wow.
There's no such thing as a wrong opinion. That's
Yeah.
not how opinions work.
That's not how opinions work. No. Especially when I don't know I don't know the
I have
background
many
of this
wildly
individual,
contradicting
Yes, you do.
opinions.
yeah.
You know,
I know,
can tell you exactly
I know
their
who-
name.
I know whom it is, but I don't know their background on those sensitive topics. But he does. But being the topics that they are,
Ooh.
no human being has a right to tell another human being what is and isn't abuse.
Exactly.
So
Unless you are like a registered therapist or something.
even that,
even
then,
that-
and that's
you
in a
get-
controlled
The registered
environment.
therapist
Yeah.
understands that there's...
Yeah.
they have the empathy to do it, and
Yeah.
they're trained
Well,
in how to be
I don't
empathetic.
think a registered therapist will tell you what is or isn't
Exactly.
abuse.
Yeah.
They
would
still
be
wouldn't tell you that.
they would their job is to explain to you on how to overcome
through it.
it.
How to
or
overcome
whatever,
to
right?
get through it. They don't deny it by
Yeah.
trying to saying what isn't abuse. They're basically saying you are incorrect. I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm incorrect about my own emotions. Okay.
Which
Alright.
I feel like I'm like the only
Like,
person
wait.
who was like would understand
Yeah.
what my own emotions
What my
are.
own emotions are.
Like, how the hell do
Exactly.
you
It
know
was just
what I
like-
feel or don't
He
feel?
was like he
Yeah.
basically said, you don't know what gaslighting is, you don't know what abuse is, and I'm like, cool. Tell that to the 6-year relationship I had with a gaslighting asshole.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So it's interesting that this was an RPG that was praised.
Yeah, it's universally praised. Well, for the one thing, if you take away the core mechanics, there's a brilliant game in there.
Okay.
Because the art for it's brilliant.
Oh,
The
okay,
concept of
alright.
going through Bluebeard's house and exploring the rooms and dealing with it in a non-combative manner is a
Okay.
lovely idea, while all being horror macabre. But the problem is the bride has no power of her own,
Oh,
of
there's
any kind.
So it's actually removing agency from players, which is what the point of a role-playing game is to empower agency.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Huh.
but the argument is that they're trying to do horror.
Okay.
Because
All right.
also it's also a bunch of lady developers, and no one wants to tell them that their game does that. But That's my opinion.
Isn't that weird? Okay, but like, so it's kind of along the same lines as one of those video games where you're not able to attack or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you still have to make it through like a horror scenario.
Yeah.
So that kind of situation.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do.
I think that's a cool concept, and definitely, yeah, you would do that. But it's interesting that within that headspace and within that space, they're trying to say it's like also you're not allowed to actually have any agency because that's what we're exploring here. Like, huh?
Okay, that's weird, but like going into it, like knowing that before going into it, I think that you kind of
you'd be able to adjust it a little better. Yeah.
Shadowcrown has a question for Devin.
Shadowcrown. Sorry, I haven't come back to you on Discord. I just reinstalled it.
Big Mike, since Devin is here, what if you could answer my question from Shadowrun? The last game, the question I asked you on Facebook.
Yes.
The answer was no.
No. Yeah, the answer was no. I was not intending for it to be Asmodeus. That character in question, without getting into detail, is more than he appears to be. But
because
it's
everyone in this fucking camp.
Because everyone in this
and that's my fault.
Shadowrun is, and everyone in this camp. Yeah. So it's one of those. Okay. It's not Asmodeus because Asmodeus is currently in, and Asmodeus is part of an arc that we have yet to get to. What I'm doing Shadowrun for is for the next arc. Are we doing? Wait, what is
God War?
God War.
Damn it! I said the name.
I was gonna say it's like
yeah.
When is that arc third or second? I can't remember.
It's now.
It's now. Okay.
It's right now.
Yeah, I'm doing the arc beyond that. Actually.
Right now.
But yeah, he is a character within the setting rather than a character within the D20 Live universe as it exists currently. Down the road, that character will become part of the larger D20 Live setting. But yes,
Yep.
But yes, he's more than a club owner because there's a Shadowrun and everyone is more than their physical form.
Just
oh my god, that'd be the funniest thing.
Sorry, Devin. You've got some figures here. Flesh golems.
Yeah, these are not gonna. I couldn't find large enough golems for. This is also something for Pathfinder. They're meant to actually be about yay big, but I couldn't find giants that weren't this big.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, this is a beautiful miniature for $25.
What?
A dragon like this. This is what part of the Nolzur line. It's $25 and it's pre-primed. Beautiful mini.
You don't have to prime it.
The Nolzur's line. This one, the D&D 5th ed one, has a great primer. The Pathfinder version, unfortunately, they included some kind of. It's not a retardant entirely. It's more like a varnish to make it shiny, a glossy finish. But what that does is it actually repels paint. So I've had to actually do an entire retardant. Yeah.
No, not the other thing.
So That's
an actual word.
It is an actual word. So you actually have to do a base coat, even though this is meant to be ready to paint. It's weird because it's the same company. It's all WizKids. Yet for one line, they do a really good initial primer job, and yet for an entire other line, which is also their product.
Which is the primer one newer?
I think so. I think the Nolzur's is a future line, whereas this is Pathfinder Battles, and I think this is an earlier line. And they just use the same finishing on it. So this guy actually, I was like, I'm ready to paint him, and I start painting green, and the green all turned into small globules and running down the bottom. I'm like, what is going on? So then I Googled it, and I'm like, oh, I need a base coat on it. That kind of defeats the purpose of the product. But okay, sure. But now,
thanks, WizKids.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. This is literally, dude, like, I didn't do shading. This is 2 coats of the contrast paint. It's like yellow contrast, brown contrast. I made that. Like,
nice.
Wow.
Have any of you guys played Earthdawn? I know it's like the ancestor Shadowrun.
No, I've never heard of it actually.
I know the name. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'm still going through the three games that were sent, the products that were sent to me over Christmas.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Speaking of things being sent to us over Christmas,
we have mail.
We have mail.
We have a mail.
We have a mail. Rusty, stop posting spoilers. Not saying that you are correct, but goddamn it.
Amazing Club Dragon or something.
Stop it. Shut up! Shut up, man! Just because you may or may not be right. Shut up, man.
Well, stop confirming or not confirming. God damn it. You're just as bad.
But yeah, the reason I brought up the flesh golems is they look like Venice Beach weightlifters.
Right?
You said Venice Beach bodybuilders. I'm like, that's what the company who made them should be called. That's why I was enjoying the pun there.
I love it. That's amazing.
But yeah, they look like they're made of
Bodybuilders, because they're flesh
Because
golems.
they're
Yeah.
flesh golems.
Get it?
Get it?
Golem.
Yeah, golden.
That's we'll call a little golem humor.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's classy.
Go on, point today.
But yes. Yeah. So, if
Anyone
anyone's
know the card we got?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Even in other timelines, we need the new year to shine. Have a good year, one and all. From
Aw.
Tipsiller.
Thank you, Tipslar.
That was adorable.
That was.
Thanks, Tipsy.
It's done. He has his imprint. He actually has his imprint on the back of this. I don't know if he wants us to say what it is, though. So,
Yep.
so I'm just going to put this off to one side. If he wants us to announce it, we'll bring it up next stream. That's up to him.
I'm confused on what that is.
By the way, everybody, if you haven't done it so far, we have the Q&A stream still live. It's going to
Survey.
the Q&A survey that's still live. It's down in the links below. And Shadowcrown, I know, has been putting it up
Diligently.
on the Twitch chat. So if you guys haven't done it, please do it now because we're turning it off after the stream.
Yep. It's your last chance to get an opinion in about D20 Live and things.
And people's
It's your last
and
chance to tell me how
ideas.
amazing I am.
How many more streams you want me in?
I don't think that will ever stop. There will
It's a lot,
there will be a
There's
campaign.
only one person above you, Jordan, and that's Dr. Terrawad.
Nice. There you go. Yep.
Soon.
Soon I will
Soon I will overthrow him.
Soon I will overthrow stupid sexy Connell.
Oh, that got ruined for me.
Where's my paper towel? You butler. You stole my paper.
we were sharing it, Dave. It's
coming.
glue.
I didn't talk about what my favorite gift was from the holidays.
Yeah, what was it? What was it? Tell us.
Well, fun story, actually. As you all know, I work in a library.
I do.
And a beautiful edition of La Morte d'Arthur
Oh, nice.
was up for destruction.
Okay.
And I'm like, no,
Please
no, it's not that bad. And I literally go into my manager's office and I say, look, this is going to get destroyed. Can I have it? And he didn't care.
Well, Woody.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm like, and I look at this and I say to my
Sam,
darling, would you be so kind as to rebind this in leather for me
Oh,
for Christmas? And it is upstairs in my room. It is fucking gorgeous.
That's exciting.
that's very cool.
It's so beautiful, the work she did.
Next stream, you should show it.
Yes.
It'd be a bit of a pain to get right now, but next stream, you should definitely show it off, though.
Get it now.
Get it.
Oh,
Sam, are you still accepting commissions for stuff like that?
I am. If people
What an interesting segue.
like really, if,
no, it's just,
Oh, Jordan.
if
I'm such a rascal.
if people want me to, they can just message me and I will get it done.
And what's a good way to message you on Discord?
On Discord.
Our Discord server?
Yeah.
That's as subtle as a Mack truck going through pylons.
By the way, you should like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitch.
Follow us on Facebook.
Oh
Follow
my
us on
god, that
Twitter.
hurts my finger.
Follow us on Twitch at D20.
I'm trying to push this piece in.
Twitch.tv / D20 Live.
If you're not already-
Look, this stuff gets missed a lot. This is what I'm saying.
/ D20 Live.
Don't do that again.
Devin, the only reason I guess that it was a dragon or something similar is because the PC game Shadowrun Returns, where there is a dragon posing as a humanoid of some sorts.
Yep. Oh, it's a very common thing. Dragons pose as humanoids all the time.
Yeah.
It's dragons like making deals, but with the common saying of never make a deal with a dragon. If you're showing yourself as a dragon, you're not going to get business.
Dude, every
But
time
if
I
you show
play
yourself-
Shadowrun, I immediately make deals with dragons. Like, immediately. Like, the dragon offers you a deal. Yes.
Wouldn't that just be a funny scene, though? You have a bunch of guys in a room for a business deal, and they're all
so
dragons,
rich.
but they're all hiding it from each other.
They're all dragons.
It's just like, are we all dragons? No.
You're crazy,
Oh,
man.
I don't know what 100 feels like.
What?
You so cray.
You're crazy,
That
man.
feels like the perfect Shadowrunner scheme. Just getting a bunch of dragons in the same room to make deals off of each other.
Oh my god, can you imagine you running a Shadowrun game, you turn to all your players, you take them aside individually, and be like, you're actually a dragon. You are actually the head of a major corporate conglomerate. But you tell that to everyone, and then they have to negotiate with each other, and all of them are trying to outdo each other. So being a dragon. It's like they're all just insufferable.
Like I want to make this roll. I roll 12 dice and like, well, I counter with 12 dice, and they both look at each other and like,
It's like that Spider-Man meme.
Oh, Devin, did you watch the Q&A stream?
I didn't get a chance to. No.
Oh,
I was that
Sam has
was
to run
family stuff.
Sam has to run a Vampire the Masquerade game.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I'm just like any other normal human. I put my socks on one talon at a time and I a mountain of money on myself before I bathe in my blood pool.
No, I don't want pliers. I'll just.
I am a human like you, fellow human.
Fellow human.
No, I'll do it later when my thumbs.
Do we not all blow smoke out of our orifices?
Everything.
Everything. Is that
Do we not all smell like charcoal? No.
Verily,
Verily,
sneezing and just lit my hanky on fire.
I too wipe my ass like a human with leaves.
He just looks over at his assistant. He's like,
No. No, sir.
Do the voice, Sam. So
Just leaves it like-
Devin, to explain
paper.
to explain what's going on,
Okay.
why Mike wants me to do a Vampire the Masquerade is
Sorry,
because
Mike does?
yeah,
Okay.
and everybody else now too.
Okay.
Because
I did a thing.
because what happened was that he goes, oh, what? This is what he says. He's like, wouldn't it be great if Sam was like the prince? Because then at that point she would do this really dark and sultry voice, and then I go, or I could do this. I am the night. I am fear itself. At which point it's a small child Nosferatu, which everyone has dubbed Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Oh,
every time we talk about it,
poor Scott.
He doesn't know yet.
Oh.
every time we talk about it in Discord, I just link pictures of the little girl from Vampire or from
Interview the Vampire. Yeah.
Yes, but I like the.
If you remember the movie, she did not enjoy being a little girl at all.
Fear me.
She's like, I've been alive for 80 years and I'm still
Should
a little girl.
Should I read one of the working document lines?
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So I have a working document of lines that I should say as Nosferatu.
Oh no.
Hang on, where is it? There we go. Okay. Bring me a virgin and a hooker. I want a margarita. Bring me a hemophiliac. I don't want to chew today.
Oh. I'm like, what? Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna hold down White Wolf and kill it.
So on the upside of wanting to get more emojis in Discord, I feel like we should take a picture of Scott candidly when he finds out about
Nosferatu.
and then we can really apply that to whatever the hell we want.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It becomes one of our general memes for like a variety of different emotional reactions.
So Nosferatu, because one of our questions is what are the NPCs that you want to see come back? At which point, a lot of people put Nosferatu, and I'm like, Nosferatu hasn't even showed up yet.
It's not even a thing yet. Guys, damn it.
Ron flews in. He's like, yes.
Yep. Thank you, Shadowcrone, for clipping many things.
Yes.
By the way, Shadowcrone, you have inspired me with your various finger motions of I am lifting pounds today from your Instagram. I'm like, it took me a moment. I'm like, oh, he's talking about 3. Oh, or like 25. Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Are you saying you follow Shadowcrone on his Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh. Fancy.
He followed me first.
Oh.
Yes.
Some would say that's stalkerish.
That's Instagram. It's expected.
Nope, he is what's the term? A fitness trainer. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So has all of his stuff. I'm like, oh, all right, fine.
You're
and then
being not fat.
That's it. Exactly. You're being not fat. I need to be not fat for my wedding. And it's like, I will be inspired and try to do what Shadowcrone does. Nope, that's not good. Let's try the fly. Oh, good lord.
But when are we getting Time Tiger? Says Sir.
Oh my god.
I just like people were like, just but when?
I can't even remember what my plan was for Time Tiger.
Time Tiger. We need
Time Tiger.
We need too much sugar to be locked in a room again. Is what needs to happen here.
Someone send me a link to the stream where I came up with the entire plot of Time Tiger.
It was the last craft check.
Okay, I gotta do that then. I gotta look that up again because I came to a day later.
There was so much and I don't remember.
And I came to a day later and people were like, Mike, Time Tiger. I'm like, I have no memory of this place. What have I said this time that I must enact?
Lord.
1,000 pound. Jesus Christ. Oh, combined. Okay. I'm like, that doesn't make any actual...
I hate my bones and ligaments.
Exactly. And like, my knees are only just getting to the point where I can do a half squat now.
Yeah.
They were kicked too much in martial arts.
Yep.
I heard that happens.
Yes.
No way.
They were kicked a whole lot in martial arts, and all sorts of fiber went around them. And my physiotherapist is like, okay, now see, we're gonna massage it. Now all the muscles have been broken around it, so now it's the.
Tiger went on like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it did.
And now we're gonna take this piece of metal and we're gonna actually start scraping away that fiber. I'm like, oh, I can feel my knees again.
Gross.
If you're not Big Mike, I will find a way to get all of that as you get it on. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
There, now it's actually mixed.
So yeah, yesterday I was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
totally forgot about your story. Go.
Yeah.
And I went out to play Twilight Imperium with some friends.
Oh boy.
What is that?
Twilight Imperium is a son of a bitch of a board game.
Yeah.
We played 4th Ed.
Okay, that's the best version of it.
And I was backed into a corner and pretty much a spiteful bitch all game for the 10 hours that we played.
God Lord.
It's the 4X game. It's like,
Yeah. And
It's a tabletop game, but it's a 4X game?
Yeah.
it's a 4X board game. The penultimate one.
Like Jordan,
and,
imagine Stellaris without
as a board game.
As a board game. You want to play it now, don't you?
Like, very badly.
Oh, I have it.
You have 3rd edition, though.
I have 3rd edition, not 4th edition, yes. Yeah.
We're going to have to stream it on here, aren't
If
we?
you want to, yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember how many players
This is
you
the
can
stream where we all stop being friends.
That's going to be an 8-hour goddamn stream.
That's why you do it as a charity stream.
Of us playing Twilight.
Yeah,
I've already got
yeah,
plans for a charity
Let's do
stream.
that as a charity stream, though.
There you go,
I like
slot
the
it
plans
in.
I like the plans we have for a charity stream.
That's fine.
We
can
can have
multiple
multiple charities. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Say it, go.
You stole it.
Say the thing!
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yes, multiple charity streams. Why not?
D20 Live kills each other in Twilight Imperium. Watch Mike shut down frequently, and he just goes, "What are you doing, Mike?" "I'm playing Fire Emblem."
Who wants to be the...
I'm being mad.
If we play Twilight Imperium, who wants to be the space turtle?
Oh, I was the Space Turtles last
Nice.
night. This is a shot.
Okay, so I
But
don't know enough about Twilight Imperium.
getting
because I
back
try
on
to
my
watch.
story.
Sorry, Dave, go ahead and then Mike will go.
So yeah, we finish up. Everybody's tired, spiteful,
Spiteful.
and I was playing in Buffalo, so I start heading back to the border after hitting a 7-Eleven for provisions.
Right,
Of course,
yeah.
as you do.
And I arrive at the border crossing, and there's 2 cars ahead of me, so no fucking problem there. And then I arrive at the gate, and she's like, "Have you had anything to drink or smoke tonight?" And I'm like, "No." "Well, your eyes are very bloodshot."
Oh.
So
I have an explanation for that.
You see.
It's just, it's weird.
I'm super tired. It was board game night, and so they asked me to leave the car, go into
course.
the thing,
Oh,
do a
dude.
fucking sobriety test.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I'm like, I'm being all, yeah, I'm just tired. And they're like, the lady interviewing me was French, so it was hard to get over Twilight Imperium
Oh.
and board game.
Oh, you should. Like, can I bring it up on my phone and show you, kind of thing?
I left my phone in the car.
I'll show you what I'm talking about.
But so I have to do a breathalyzer. It comes up as a big fat 0.
Good.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
she's like, "Well, that's all we had."
That was our one line of defense.
They rummaged through my glove compartment and my thing in my car.
Oh God, no.
There's nothing here. I'm sure they put a drug dog through as well, and it's fine.
Okay.
I love beagles.
I love beagles.
It doesn't.
Right?
And they make great drug dogs. So
And it
They
inspired
do.
John Wick's entire rampage.
yeah,
It did,
yeah,
yeah,
his
it
first beagle,
The death of his beagle.
and now the protection of his bulldog.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was effectively. And then they're like, "Well, how much further do you got to drive tonight?" And I'm like, "Hamilton." They're like, "All right, get home quick." And I'm like, "With the blessing of border protection, let's go."
Let's go. Means I can speed. What?
They didn't have to find. They didn't find the body you had hidden, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, bodies aren't drugs, Rusty. Those are almost legal.
He's sniffing around the back seat, but he's not doing the drug dog thing. So we had
Wow.
nothing. So yeah.
Say it anyway, Jordan.
I
Say it now.
didn't. It's the moment's passed.
Yeah, and so I fucking tear off home, and that was
Nice.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. There, see what I'm talking about? This is right on the primer of the Pathfinder thing, and it actually is rolling away from the surface.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to do like multiple coats and that sort of thing. But this guy's almost done. I'm
Finished
quite
the
happy.
survey. Thank you for doing the survey.
Thank you for doing survey.
Thank you.
Oh,
It lets us know if this vehicle we're driving is flying off the road or not.
it is not.
After my story, really?
We have no windshield on this bitch.
Oh, okay.
This is a Jimmy Jeep. It was shut off in the war.
Nobody knows what's happening.
Okay.
Are we going straight? I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
ask like a dozen people.
I have to drive with snow goggles on.
It's a body, not drugs. We're talking about going across the border, buddy.
It's all good.
Don't ask me for synopses. They're never worth it.
I went to Buffalo to play Twilight Imperium, and on the way back, it was after like 10 hours of playing the board game, so my eyes are bloodshot at 3 a.m. And I come to the border, and they're like, "Oh, you look high as balls." And I'm like, "I'm super not." So they breathalyzer me.
Oh, it's the underside of the.
I mean, you doing finger guns.
Yeah, I got that. I
There's a
got
spot right there.
Ah, damn.
Remember, because he does the Chinese.
I know, but
And
it's
I'm
really
not
funny.
sure if I actually care.
Because
about
all
the
I can
underside of
see
all
now
those
is just
tentacles.
finger
I don't know.
guns.
No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because it's one of those. You guys will be. Anyone in the stream who knows Warhammer or tabletop at all, it's like when you're looking at it this close, you see all the flaws.
Everything.
But does that matter?
Not really.
Because the people will be seeing it from this far across the table.
Yeah.
And from that distance, it looks great.
Yeah, the whole underside of his arm.
Well, that underside of the arm is water.
Oh,
See?
good there.
Yeah, that's all him rising out of the water. That's water rolling off of it. You can feel the texture difference. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what's
You
that
can tell
one
by the
about?
texture difference.
Let's see.
One of my buddies is a cosplayer, and he told me once the golden rule of cosplay is 6. What is it? 6 inches?
That
You can't see it from
if you
6
can't see it from 6 inches away, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the
I'm gonna just do like this little part.
Well, oops, sorry.
Oh,
Dave.
shoot.
Motherfucker.
damn it, thank you.
That's what I was
I
doing.
come into your house and you punch me in leg. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's a light punching.
It's like, you're lucky that's all he did.
Oh.
Could have thrown you in the trunk of my car and driven across the border.
Could have made you play
my
Tomb of
God.
Horrors again.
What?
Tomb of Horrors is fun.
I said I could have made you play Tomb of Horrors again.
Yeah.
My
Tomb of
version of Tomb of Horrors.
Tomb of Horrors is.
I kind of want to do that version again. We went through it really fast.
We
Yeah.
did.
I love
Well-
Tomb of Horrors when you're
Next
with people
version.
who haven't done it before.
We'll do
That way
like
they
a
don't know all the answers.
we'll do like a D20 way back Wednesday. Just redo
Yeah.
the dungeon.
But you guys just go through everything,
Well,
Yeah.
'cause-
every horrible thing I put in there.
Yeah.
well, we could. How about we could go back over old content and just do that part of the content,
Right.
like a dungeon or whatever that we went through story wise. So we focused on just the story bits, but we missed a lot of the other things in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Maybe
it.
that's something.
Okay, there. Now.
Oh, there we go.
Treasure diving
What?
in old modules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be great.
we just make new characters. We'd be like because it's all part of the
Canon.
D20 the live arc, right?
Yeah.
There.
So all of it is canon technically. So it all should still exist
Nope,
within the
I'm
same
still
universe.
really bad at this. I know how many times I do it.
No, you did.
So this is a star spawn
Here.
of Cthulhu.
Put your
see,
hand behind
see,
it.
that just did. Like, I thought you
It's
put
not
the
even
hand behind
Cthulhu.
it.
It's like a spawn of Cthulhu.
It's a spawn.
It's
Yeah,
not big
a-
enough for actual
It's not big
Cthulhu.
enough for actual Cthulhu. This is a spawn of the Great Old One himself.
Yeah, Cthulhu. Like
When actual Cthulhu shows up, it becomes a small
So-
craft.
And Jordan is going to pretend that he. Jordan is going to pretend that he does not see it.
no. So basically, a normal person would be
Oh, here. Actually, that's a heroic skill.
like a third
So-
of the size. So this
Yeah.
thing is quite large.
Yeah.
Here is a shoulder cannon I just completed for
Swank.
the armor core.
There.
It has a
Nice.
this thing right there is
Honey, can I
a
use your
pivot
tweezers to
Cool.
me?
that it
Okay.
swings up from behind.
Nice.
That
There you go.
is.
If you ignore the
doing the
horns
guns
on the
first.
model in this
First.
hand, that's about a size. Nope.
This one's fun.
God,
this one
I'm so
has
bad
some
at this.
It's kind of
There we go.
opposite-
bendy bits.
Yeah. There we go.
opposite day when you
Scale
go
size.
to the
I'm
camera.
gonna go into the Q sprue.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a star spawn is what, like 20 feet high
Yeah. They're
sort of thing.
in
Whereas
a
Cthulhu is like horizon spanning.
horizon spanning.
Well,
yeah.
when he shows
Yeah.
up, it becomes a small craft advisor.
Yeah. Though one of my favorite images is like the
Very,
latest.
very big.
Yeah, exactly. The latest video game version was like Call of Cthulhu for Xbox and PS4. The final scene sort of has this: you're standing on an outcrop of rock and looking out over the sea horizon, and then when lightning flashes, you see the wings and they encompass your entire screen. Yeah. And then you see the figure, and like, that's Cthulhu. There you go. Like it's like all of your vision.
Yeah. To the point where like his wings are so big he could never fly anyways, simply because there's not enough goddamn atmosphere.
Yes, exactly.
Like it's too the planet's not big enough to house this man's flight capabilities.
Exactly.
Like, you tell him that he will fly.
He'll figure it away.
He slightly pushes the Earth down every time he flaps his wing.
Yeah. Exactly, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Really, he's pushing the Earth away from him.
Yeah, he's not flying at all.
So, I also received, for Christmas, amusing thing. So, because Vanessa and I haven't moved into a house yet, but when we do, I'm planning on...
For context, Vanessa being your fiancé?
The chat knows that, but yes.
Not everyone.
No, well, said it enough times. But yeah, so my fiancé and I, when we move into a house, I'm trying to cut back on things. So I've sold a lot of my models recently. A fairly large amount of them. And I've actually... I put my 2018 wish list on Amazon, or the Christmas from last year, had a Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game on it, because that was before I started purging. This year I decided I don't need any more war games until I finish a large number of my other projects. Yeah. So I removed all my miniatures games. But unfortunately, my mother looked at last year's list. Oh. And this was proven by the fact that she also got me moccasins, got Vanessa a crock pot, and all these sorts of things that were on our list from 2018.
Oh, no.
And she had actually bought us a crock pot last year as well. So now we had two, and we just had to return it. And that's
so much chili.
So much chili. So there I am.
Chili
Christmas.
with pulled pork sandwiches. It's
all day.
All day. So there I am Christmas morning. I'm like, oh, board game, cool. I didn't think I asked for a really big board game this year. I thought I just asked for like a Mansions of Madness, which is a small thing, not a coffin sized. And I open it up and I see Song of Ice and Fire. I went, uh-oh. And I look at Vanessa, and she's giving me this death glare. Like, I thought you were actually not asking for any more board games. We don't have room for board games. Because it's not about money.
But the space.
It's about the space. And the relative small amount of it. And I'm like, I did. But... not looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, you have a real big apartment, but a whole lot of crapola.
A whole lot of crapola, and we've been purging a lot. So this is I'm trying to decide whether, chat, do I paint my dragon or my Stark model? There's a neat Song of Ice and Fire, like, Stark model. It's actually very detailed. You just can't tell as much.
A lot of chainmail on there.
Yeah, it's a lot of chainmail, shield. And I found out while doing research while I started painting him that the Stark colors are not actually white.
Dragon.
Thanks, Shadowcrown.
It's more interesting.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You can at least base color the color of something.
Shadowcrown brought up Cthulhu Saves the World, and there's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Oh, Cthulhu Saves the World, yeah.
A long time.
Yep.
Thanks, Obi-Wan.
There's a name I've not heard in many ages.
A long time.
A long time. Yeah. Thanks, Alec Guinness.
Always in our hearts.
Yep.
And haunting us as a Force ghost.
Yes. No, you're Alec Guinness. I'm trying to take a shower.
You're German.
They're saying
I have ancient wisdom to bring.
Durgan. All right, Durgan.
Like, you can wait till I make toast later. Alec Guinness, get out.
All right. Also,
I only made one waffle.
Also, chat, you're going to. This is also a boss for, by the way, in the Pathfinder game. It's supposed to be canonically a green dragon. Tell me, what kind of dragon do you want it to be?
Black!
Chromatic dragon, right now, tell me.
Black!
Alright, I'll give you like 30 seconds to tell me.
Poison breath?
Poison breath for the win!
It is 2 minutes behind, just
saying. Oh, it's 2 minutes behind? Okay, I'll give you like a minute, and we'll count them up. But yes, it has to be a chromatic one, not a metallic, or anything like that. It needs to be an evil mofo.
Checker.
Check.
Sold.
Damn it! Tartan.
You forget how much these guys like to troll us, you know that.
Well, it's true, but I could do like checkered scales. Like, that would be hilarious if I like red.
Yeah, see, Plaid, I beat him to it. I said tartan, I win.
Plaid. Black dragon. Plaid.
Black.
Make it an old school New York cab.
Red, so he tore Mustard yellow.
Shadowcrone.
Blue. Blue shoots lightning.
Ooh, I like blue.
Okay, while we add this up, Shadowcrown, you can either message me privately on Discord or just ask me here if you need chainmail advice. I've built several shirts and bracelets and things of chainmail.
Yeah, Devin has done chainmail building before.
I don't know about
to various levels of skill.
Oh, I don't know about the different types of dragons. Okay, blue shoots lightning, red shoots fire, black shoots poison.
Green shoots black shoots acid, green shoots poison.
Thank you. Yes, you're right. Black shoots acid, green shoots poison. White shoots ice.
Literally ice, like liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, those are all of them. Black. Gotta
Why
go
are we
white or
asking
black.
Sam this question? Because she knows dragons better than anybody.
It's okay. I'm doing stuff.
Oh, okay.
Sam, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
What dragon do you want Jordan to face?
Come on now.
Okay, well...
Candy corn. Like, just to make
How intelligent are you making this dragon?
Oh, this dragon is a very patient, very intelligent one.
And it's either red or black.
Yeah.
I would say red. Reds are scary. Blacks are a little bit more petty, aren't they?
Unless you do want to do like one of the
Blacks
outer dragons, like of space or something.
What was that? Sorry.
But that would take you like 10 hours to pick.
Sorry, what? I missed
One of the outer dragons from like space.
Oh. That would be cool. I want to do a different model of that.
Okay.
But no, this is meant to be a chromatic dragon because it's under control of someone, and the outer dragons are too smart for that. They can't be controlled by mortals.
By the way, Devin.
Yeah.
I was talking with Dom about Angoria, right?
Oh yeah.
And I got the best compliment I ever could have gotten as a DM. I was like, so Dom, are you excited to be doing Angoria in a few weeks? And he said, Mike, Angoria gives me anxiety.
Anxiety? Yes.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Because I've been taking these guys through it, parts of it, and they've been falling in love with several of the NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
They are a delight.
Except for one.
Which one?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Sam also knows. No, wait, that's Sam's setting, not your setting. Never mind. You know exactly who my greatest rival is.
I know.
Yeah, no. They finally got to go to the wild.
Okay, cool.
And they hate it there. They love the people. They hate the place.
Chromatic
people
crossbreed.
are a delight.
Just shoot that steam and cries a lot.
You might have to explain.
That.
You might have to explain, Devin, your greatest rival in my campaign.
My greatest rival in her campaign is just primarily because I'm Scottish and therefore stereotypically, apparently, I have to dislike Irish people.
It was just really funny because what happened was I had a leprechaun that showed up who just was fucking with everybody.
Being racist.
At which point Devin grabs him and goes, "All right, you little fucker, what do you got to say for yourself?" And then I go, "Diddly dip potatoes." We stopped for like 20 minutes just to laugh because it was funny.
Yeah, it was like very intimidating, soldierly type. I was like, "What do you got to say for yourself?" Diddly dip potatoes.
White dragon.
And then he escapes me and starts running. You're like, "Ah, coming for you!"
It was really funny.
You heard about the bottle of scotch, did you?
Yep, I told that story. That was
yeah,
fun.
you told that story. Yeah, New Year's had a lot of fun stories. Yeah.
And,
your birthday.
Oh, the birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, that Scotch story. Yes. Okay.
That's
Devin
when I
had a
started my
bad
fun game. Was
time.
telling drunk people to do silly things.
Telling drunk people. Yeah, I was pretty gone by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even before that, I was gone. Like,
Devin drank all his night juice in one go.
I remember this now.
Yes.
Because I thought this was at someone's place, but we were out for this.
No. We were at my place.
We were at Devin's house.
We were at Devin's house.
That's why I felt safe doing it. That's why I felt safe getting so drunk.
Oh, that one. So not last year, then.
No, a couple of years ago.
Yes.
It was a couple of years ago. I felt safe getting that shit faced for my birthday because my bed was within stumbling distance. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but no, I was pretty drunk by that point, and Jordan's like, "I bet you wouldn't do this stupid thing." It's like, done.
Too late.
Ugh.
Yeah, you were like, I won't drink that in scotch. And I was like, don't be a baby. Rah!
because you insulted his Scottishness.
I did.
Yes, you did. You
Real
insulted
Scotsman would chug that drink. He was like, what? It's like, no, he wouldn't. Not a real Scotsman. Fuck you!
And there he went.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe he listened to me.
I wasn't seen at that party for the rest of the night.
No, you worked. We're like, because I look up and I'm like, where did Devin go? And I just see Jordan laughing. Like, what'd you do? It's okay, Mike. He'll be fine for the next stream. Next stream's in 3 weeks. Stand by my statement.
Stand by my statement.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Does anyone have their phone? I need to see what a Pathfinder Black Dragon looks like.
I have mine. It's plugged in over there.
We're doing black because that was the majority of it, and based on Sam's commentary.
I think it's largely black.
Yep.
I think there's purple highlights on some of the lesser membranes, though.
Okay.
Like the wings, like the inside of the wings and stuff.
Okay, so if the membranes are a dark purple, then I'll start with a dark purple.
Because I think the dragon is technically really super dark purple.
Right.
And it just looks black a lot of the time. Because they also live in swamps and stuff, too.
Right, exactly. Okay, cool. Start with Drakenhof Nightshade. If I remember correctly, there's more of a purple. Oh, that's super thick.
Oh,
Yeah. The dragon is super thick.
The dragon is super thick.
Glop, glop.
Okay, alright, that's that contrast paint. That contrast paint.
Oh, my phone's been on silent the whole weekend.
You said it's supposed to be a green one?
Yeah. Well,
is this just a generic dragon?
It's a generic dragon. I think that's actually like a white dragon model, I think.
I was going to say, because all of their heads look slightly different. But I'm not. No one there is going to know enough to care.
Here.
You can use the green stuff.
That's significantly different. Oh, no, actually, that can be close. It just doesn't have the horns around the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can make it
So
a younger
purpley
one.
membranes.
Another one like right there.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
edition one.
I rarely get a chance to paint any kind of purple, so I think I'll do that.
Actually, at the place I was yesterday,
chitinous down
they
the
had the
so
Draconomicon
very bony color.
pages.
Yeah, like they're very black, but
nice.
like if you look at the shade of it, they're also
It's
very
like all the
purple.
main Draconomicon
We'll start
pages compiled into one big poster, and they have it framed.
For 3 or Pathfinder?
Base?
3.
What's that noise? That's black metal. Sounds like Cookie Monster being castrated in a chainsaw factory.
What?
Sorry?
I like that. That's funny.
Sorry,
Black metal
what?
sounds like Cookie Monster getting castrated in a chainsaw factory.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess so.
Actually, we'll start with some gray.
You hear that? That's the true sound of suffering right there.
We'll start with gray as a neutral tone, and then go from there.
Sure.
That's a barrel.
Oh, again?
Yeah. It's a fold-down barrel.
That'll do her.
Yep.
Let's see, where am I?
Oh, it just goes
5
up
and
like
7.
this. Okay.
5, 6, and 7.
God, I have
Need to get a
dark
base
skin.
coat down.
Look at that.
I
Ooh,
like
that's
your
a good
dark
idea.
skin, yeah.
So planning
That's so
using
weird.
Black
Look at my
Dragon,
hands.
Black Dragonblood Sorcerer, Tempter,
Of how
Temptress,
dark you are?
Pathfinder character.
Compared to me.
Seduce a major opponent, then go to kiss them, and then acid breath in their face. Just look at the face of the DM.
Yikes.
It's like, ooh.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
that guy caught, what, 10d6 to the mouth?
To the mouth. And their insides. Okay. Yep.
Have a good one, buddy.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for coming out.
Okay. There.
Went to a crack den, and then I just breathed my acid breath, all up in the guys who were doing snorting. And now they look like they've been sitting alive for a week.
All in all, a great Tuesday.
Shadow Crone, whenever you're doing your cosplay, let me know how you actually stitch it to the leather, because you said you're doing a Geralt cosplay, which has chainmail stitched into leather at the edges. So let me know how you do that. Never actually quite got to that point, and I'm really curious.
Is that banded or?
Yeah, banded is so like if you banded is if you if you have metal plates stitched into leather.
Okay.
This is more of the chainmail is in rectangles and squares. And the edges of it are sort of stitched into the edges of the leather.
How's the Persona game coming, Sam? Oh, it's coming. We're recording not next weekend, the weekend
18th,
after.
Yeah, just before Angoria.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. I haven't gotten any stats yet, but I've got everything else done.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you're almost there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally just need these next 2 weeks just to finish everything else, and then I'm going to also talk to everybody, all my players, and be like, hey, tell me what you want, because I haven't heard it from anybody yet.
What you really, really want?
What they really, really want.
See, I thought
That's
you
a
were talking
Spice
about the
Girls
Scotch. Yes. Did you know that by the very fact that there was a baby Yoda, that means there was the possible existence of scary Yoda
Oh, shut up. I've seen that.
and sporty Yoda?
I saw Lars art for that.
The one I like is that the fact that a baby Yoda exists just confirms the fact that Yoda fucks.
Wow! Wow!
I'm on episode 3 of The Mandalorian,
Enjoy.
by the way.
You're episode 3? Okay, then I'll be careful about spoilers.
Sorry, we just finished episode 3, so I've seen it in the full.
You've seen Baby Yoda.
So what are your initial impressions?
I really dig this.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it's very solid. It's very derivative of samurai
Westerns.
westerns, very much so.
Totally, yeah.
And there's a very strong. I see a lot of this, and I'm like, that's from Lone Wolf and Cub. That's from Lone Wolf and Cub. That's from Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're actually making an animated production of Lone Wolf and Cub.
But have you been able to pick out shots like in episode 1 when he's walking up to back into the rest of the bounty hunters? It is almost shot for shot in certain instances, like Fistful of Dollars. It's like how he's walking and where the cuts are.
Really? I didn't know. I got a vibe of it, but I didn't.
There's a lot of Western cuts. Like Favreau's just like here and here and here because it's you're spot on. It's like a samurai movie.
And sometimes it's a
Western
movie.
movie.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It does not feel tonally like a Star Wars film. For the better.
Yeah, totally.
No, I really like that they kind of took this very different genre and applied a Star Wars skin to it. You know what I mean? It's almost like someone modded a game to be a Star Wars game. You know what I mean?
It now, however,
Very
makes
good.
me really want to do a game of
Armor
Predators
3
versus Mandalorians.
being modded as a Star Wars game.
Predators versus Mandalorian.
Not sex predators like the.
No,
Oh my god!
Why did your brain go there?
You had someone frowned slightly and I panicked. We've established I don't deal with panic well.
We all knew exactly.
We knew exactly what you're talking about.
And we're demonetized for today.
And for today, we're done.
So yes,
We might as well swear a bunch and make sure
We
of
did.
it. Okay.
Mandalorians versus Chris Hansen. Why don't you take a seat over here?
But yeah, because I do still
Chris
want.
Hansen's too busy with the Onision drama.
Is there a thing there?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
We don't have enough time for
Pull
that.
up, pull up, pull
Pull
up.
up, pull up, pull up.
So anyway, back to my actual concept because I still want to do a Predator game, ongoing in D20 Live, where they just go hunting
Yeah.
different things across the multiverse that have become xenomorphs.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Neat.
Become Xenomorph?
That have become xenomorph.
Yeah, that's part of his live show.
Oh hell.
Yeah. And then eventually they realize they're in competition with someone. It's a pack of Mandalorians.
Neat. That's neat. That sounds very cool. I like that.
Yeah. So it's just this thing of, well, these assholes are here again. Which ones? The ones with the jetpacks. Oh my god, those assholes with the jetpacks.
I guarantee you, by the time, Mike, you get to the end of the series, you're going to love the world building that they've done. Because they've added so much to the Mandalore concept. Everything. That's like, oh, I love this. I already loved that race. It's even more so now. So they respect it. They respect it and build on it.
Yeah, because the problem. My question is, what I don't know, for those of you who've watched Rebels, does it conflict at all with the lore we learned about the Mandalorians and Rebels?
Nope.
A little bit.
Nope. Well, really?
No,
I'd say a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Because the whole, it depends on whether or not these Mandalorians came from the Death Watch, or if they, because the Mandalorians of Mandalore weren't restricted to keep their helmets on.
Oh yeah.
it could be something based on being outside or outlaw,
Post
like castaways kind of thing.
Post Night of Tears. The reason I say no is because Rebels. Have you seen episode 8?
I've seen all of Rebels.
The
Mandalorian.
I've seen all of Mandalorian.
Rewatch episode 8, the end of it, and then compare it to a Mandalorian character from Rebels. And there's a very key thing there that's like, oh, I'm not sure how Rebels is going to turn out for that character now.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm like, I feel it did respect Rebels because of that alone.
Well,
my question is,
it would have
how
to
the fuck
because
does that happen?
Exactly, right?
Disney takes everything that happens in Disney as canon. It's very serious about even just offshoot shit like being canon.
Well, that's like I'm not saying Twitter blew up, but Star Wars Twitter blew up after Episode 8 came out, and that scene was there. I'm like, oh dear.
I had to explain to my dad what that was all about.
What that was all about.
And then he went on the wiki, and it's like, oh, so that's what's going on.
It was stated because of the foundlings of the helmet not coming off. That's apparently what Shadowcrown says.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
So, this is on the back.
I want to
and it
watch
folds
The Witcher
forward,
because I hear that's
and it
amazing.
It did a hell of a lot better than I ever expected. the only
because everyone was bitching out how Cavill looked, and then he got into the role, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's amazing."
Yeah, it's the only thing. The only issue I have with that series is purely aesthetic stuff. It's all like post-production stuff.
Yeah.
The story, the characters. I think they've actually. I'll give her credit where credit is due. She actually respected the lore a lot more than I expected her to.
Who's she?
The producer.
Oh, okay.
Because of changes.
Retro Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Retro Kid.
Hello.
Yeah, I said to Devin, you remember how he used to have that long ass like frothing at the mouth rant about how I don't understand how the Witcher's constantly getting laid in the games because he looks like a jaundiced albino.
Yeah.
And then I watched the show and it's Henry Cavill and I get it now. I was like, oh.
What, because he's dripping with sex?
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Did you see the video? It's not even a Witcher video. It's just a promotional Netflix video where Henry Cavill in like this rolled up shirt is reading The Witcher, and I'm like, that's
oh yes, I've seen the thumbnail for that.
That's just Henry Cavill dripping with sex reading The Witcher, and its views just spiked.
I was like, oh, I get it now.
It was really funny going to
Geralt,
Christmas.
or whatever his name.
It was really funny going to Christmas and going to Mike's family, and they're all talking about how Henry Cavill is really hot. And we're just sitting there going like,
They have wandered in our domain. Why?
By the way.
Aren't you guys watching The Witcher? No, we're watching the more hardcore stuff, but we plan to watch The Witcher.
Yeah.
I ended up binging it in one night.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
8
very
episodes.
bingeable.
Yeah. I fucking hated Yennefer as a character. She is so unredeeming in all contexts.
Yes,
she is a terrible, terrible character.
I'm curious to see where they go with
that. You
that.
have to get the camera on you when you take a sip of that.
Probably.
Well, there is a small. He's freaking out. Someone's like, I saved someone. Like, we had to hold you down for an hour.
Okay.
No, that's all good. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Let's hide any advertisement. Okay.
You
already showed it
the whole
off.
camp.
Yeah, we showed the entire camp.
We'll darken the face.
What's it taste like? Blue?
Blue.
Yeah, tastes like blue.
Tastes like blue.
Tastes like
All right,
blue.
put a bit in my.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah, tastes like blue.
Color is it? It is not blue.
It is not blue, but tastes like blue.
Ah.
Oh, that's a horrifying color. Look at that. Look, can we get to the?
It's the color of
You
pomegranate.
can see it. It's very pink.
That does not look
Looks
right.
pink, tastes like blue.
I love how you didn't pour me a sip. Hang on.
It's like I gotta get rid of this goddamn can.
Oh no, no.
What's it taste like? Describe.
Oh,
well, it's still fresh.
it's not as bad as Red Bull.
That's a plus.
It's better than Monster. It's very sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Yeah, go ahead. Witcher was awesome for a show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the reason I feel the aesthetics are off is only it's weird.
So what's
the lighting is beautiful in some scenes and not in others, and whenever you have three main characters who are supposed to have weird eyes, yeah, it's a lot of sugar.
80% of your daily.
What?
80% of your daily intake.
40 grams of total sugars.
Yeah.
Plus.
Includes 40 grams added sugars.
Natural sugars and then added sugars.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to take a sip. Mind if I?
Total sugars 40 grams includes 40 grams added sugar.
So
it has
that's all of it.
To be fair, it has 150% of your recommended vitamin B12.
Yeah. Now the question
There's
I have
a lot of vitamins in here. Goddamn.
Yeah. Now the question I have for you, Shadowcorn, is: do you think that's the 20 pounds from Superman, or did he put on 20 pounds after even Superman?
Holy shit!
Is the 20 pounds like Superman weight, or
I don't want to drink.
It was interesting. I was watching him get interviewed about the process for making him look the way he does.
Yep.
He's very calmly describing being starved of water for 3 days.
Right. Yeah.
And at that exact moment, I said to myself, "I'm really glad I'm not an actor." In this day and age.
Oh, the whole bathtub thing?
Yeah.
He was in the bathtub and he's like, I was dehydrated for 3 days, and he explains what that's like.
That
sounds awful.
It's how people cut their weight after they've gained weight from so they cut their weight for a weigh-in. So you have like UFC fighters and boxers who
he did it so that the skin is more tight to the muscle, so it looks more impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
But he says it's a nightmare to do. Like it's awful.
One of my cosplayer friend was talking about that. It's like, Mike, if you really want to look good in cosplay, stop drinking water. And I said, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It's like, I guarantee you to look better. And I'm like, cool. He's like, good. I don't want you to do that. Don't get into cosplay.
It's one of those, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Shadowgrown, but it's because you're starving your skin of moisture, and therefore it's going tighter and tighter to your body because you're dehydrating your skin.
Mind if I take a sip?
Yeah, and therefore you look leaner. I'm like, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, it punched you right in the mouth.
It means that it's the same as Venice bodybuilders are dehydrated. Yeah. Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh.
And there's the pot.
This thing's basically a vitamin B shot in a can.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of
flavor.
It's
not blue.
It's not blue. It's like it's wannabe raspberry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that...
my glasses mysteriously empty. It's like,
damn.
this is unpleasant.
Well,
Wait, the Witcher Netflix series has a bathtub scene. Is it as awkward as it is the beginning of Witcher 3?
Oh no, the beginning of Witcher 3 is glorious.
No, it's actually super low key bathtub scene. It's just him waist up without a shirt on. That's it.
And he's actually got bandages, strategically placed bandages to make his pecs stand out in his arm.
Yeah, but everyone went mental over it, as people do.
Yep, exactly.
But it wasn't as like risque as you would think it would be. Yeah. I would have thought they would have actually gone a little further than they did in Witcher.
Yeah, it's like Yennefer didn't need to be...
There's a whole lot of boobs, though.
Yeah, Yennefer didn't need to be as topless as she is, because Yennefer, in the books and the games, is always like, you know you want me, and teases it, never shows anything, and then never actually like gives it to you, but uses it to tease, and never actually shows anything. So, like, you didn't need to show breasts that much, but yeah.
But it's Netflix.
Yeah. And honestly, they held back. So it's just one of those. Like,
I know they did.
So it's like, okay, they probably told Netflix no to a lot more like breasts and nudity. So good for them. But it's actually the eyes. It's weird because like acting is all in the eyes.
Really,
so
her purple contacts are actually really off-putting.
They're really off-putting. Thank you. It's like it bugged Vanessa and I because especially in the second episode with Geralt, where you have beautiful lighting in one episode where his yellow eyes, where the eyes are yellow like they're supposed to be, and they're disturbing and it's effective. Yeah. And then in the second episode, when it's in broad daylight and he's talking to the elf, he looks bug-eyed because you see the orange. It's actually orange, and he's like, "You're not gonna fuck with me," and it's like, and it just looks really bug-eyed. And then you have Ciri, who is also supposed to have very haunting blue eyes, but they do a cut on the side of her face, so you actually see that her eyes aren't flat. It's because the camera's like right here. Yeah. They're a weird concave, or they're convex, concave. They look buggy. Her eyes look buggy because you have her eyeball, and then you have a second eyeball on top of that eyeball, and it's like...
Yep, so that's everyone's main problem with The Witcher, eyeballs.
It's aesthetics. It's like post-production was either really good or really bad.
Yeah, it's easy to really nitpick these things, though.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, if that's my biggest gripe with the series, I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Building a Gundam. Sam, you are building...
Oh, I'm building Geki Ryujin from Go Geiger. Hang on, I will show the box.
Cool. And Mike, what have you got going on?
I'm building Genesis Go Geiger from the show of the same name.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a word. It sounded like syllables.
It's a cement truck that fires dragons.
Yeah!
That's what I got from it. I don't know. It might be the thing.
A cement truck. That sounds right. Okay.
It actually,
Each of the different four brave robots represents a different element.
Wait, so Sam, those... Is that one robot, or are there more than one?
There's two robots.
And do they connect together like the last ones do?
Yes.
Oh, do all of them connect together?
They actually switch.
You get to mix and match.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
So you can see on the side, because the red and blue ones are Horyu and Enryu from last time when I did Choryujin.
And that was the last craft stream you made those guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this is Furyu and Rairyu, which are the green and yellow ones. And they can switch with Horyu and Enryu. It's really cool.
That's really awesome.
That's neat.
And sorry, Mike, you said you were building
Genesis Go Geiger. So basically, the normal Go Geiger is a lion that crashed to Earth.
Oh, yeah. I
remember that's the one you built last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when he crashes to Earth, humanity basically finds him and says, "Okay, this thing is built to have parts put on it. We don't have those parts, so we'll put whatever we can in there."
To plug up holes, basically.
To plug up holes to get it to that super form it's supposed to have.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll show
Sounds
you.
reckless, but okay.
I'll show you.
Well, that's humanity for you.
This is what
we don't
Geiger
understand
looks
this.
like on the rest of the show. Where it's like this.
Okay. Very Megazordy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's a bunch of different parts put together, right? But Genetic Geiger is the actual parts that go with the parts that crash landed on Earth.
Okay, cool.
So, because Genetic is the final form.
And Dave, you're building a mech from
Armored Core.
Armored Core.
3, I think.
I have no
Devin
idea.
loves Armored Core.
I love Armored Core.
Actually, can I say that was my
Played
favorite Christmas gift that Mike got me Geiger?
Yes, you can.
All right.
That's a good. That is a good
one.
recovery of that.
But yeah.
No, wait, that's
Did we want to look at the survey while we were on stream, just to get?
I thought we were
going to.
We
Did you
can.
want me to do that? Okay.
Yeah, we can bring it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to refer to
that's
Sam and
nice.
Mike's wedding ring ceremony as a Gatai moment.
That's when we have Sax and Sarah for board.
I don't know what's happening, but all right.
Yeah,
Gatai means combined.
Sure.
All right.
Moving on.
I'm
Devin
doing-
is painting a black dragon for a tabletop RPG.
Yep, and I just finished a Star Spawn of Cthulhu for the same tabletop RPG.
Yes, you did.
Yep, I'm basically painting D&D models.
That's cool.
Okay, hang on.
And
let
then
me
we're
bring
going to
up-
go through our annual end of year survey,
Yeah,
where we
we-
get everyone's opinions on the
Okay,
things
so-
that we have done.
Only thing I ask is don't mention which games do well on the survey,
Okay.
Okay.
because we can always plan and strategize accordingly.
Okay.
And I want, because the thing is, the best, there's quite clearly what they want to have happen for Con Bravo
Yeah.
for 2021. I want to leave that for a surprise for this year.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. I think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
this is
Which
these are
new
responses
feature?
of D20 Live did you like most this year? And
The increase of tabletop streams.
yeah.
Took lead.
And the next
Yeah.
biggest thing was the resolution of the Infinity Arc.
Because that was
there
a
you
big
go.
that was a big deal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then the tabletop week before games.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, tabletop board games in week before.
Okay.
So instead of
Um,
video games,
it's
people are
board
looking
games.
to do more board games.
And
Nice,
then this
cool.
is donating to improve player roles.
Oh, people
That was
enjoy
neat.
that, eh? That's
Here,
fun.
honey, you can do that because you're not
So-
doing anything.
Well, I'm taking a break from my hands. Let's see here. Which features of D20 Live did you enjoy least this year and want to see an improvement in quality? The best of videos, which makes sense.
Which makes sense because we didn't really do any.
I don't want to list some of the other things because I don't want people to get discouraged, but I will highlight what the next one was.
Okay, all right. Yep.
Yep.
Is it, whose phone is this?
But things
It's
like,
probably Devin's, I think.
generally speaking, they
Is your
want to
phone
see
done?
overall
No.
improvement
Okay. this
just
is
across the board for most things,
Yep. Okay.
which is fine.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's pretty even on pretty much everything. So like, which is a good thing because it means that no one thing really stands out. amongst
Yeah,
everything
exactly.
else,
Yeah.
16.
Yep.
which is really what you want.
Of our games this year, which was their favorite, which was the Con Bravo game. And
Yeah.
But of
Infinity's-
course.
Always.
And
Yeah.
it goes down accordingly. Wow. Why is the cursor not working? Did you switch?
Yes.
Of course you did.
How many viewers do we have right now?
14.
Well, now's as good a time as any. I quit Con Bravo.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Why is that?
Hey.
Is it
Reasons?
internal issues.
Maybe.
Okay.
But mostly it's all about I felt my time there was done.
That's fair.
Moving on.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
To us.
Yes.
Full time mostly, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, hooray!
That's cool.
Unfortunately for Con Bravo, I took my 2 staff members with me. So it's an exile. No,
It's a mutiny.
That sounds
Mutiny.
like a...
Arr.
that means we wanted to take it over.
Yep.
There was talk.
No, I'm not. I'm not a leader. But me and my stafflings.
No one is ever truly ready to lead. They have greatness thrust upon them. Or into them, however you
Our
like.
ship, as part of the flotilla, made a hard right.
Yep.
And bye, flotilla! Oh, that's partly positive, eh?
Yeah.
How have you enjoyed the D20 Live arc as a whole?
Yep, 72% said they enjoyed it and they're looking forward to the next arc.
Nice.
That's
Yep.
great.
The margins are way different from last year
16.
where it was a lot more even. A lot of people just straight up enjoyed it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
The most loved system thus far
Wow.
was Mutants and Masterminds by a significant margin.
Okay. Yep.
Pendragon is the second.
Yeah.
And then
There's a lot of,
Spirit.
and there's a lot of ties for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going down the line.
Shadowrun. Spirit. Yeah.
316.
To be fair, I don't think that's any of these answers are really unexpected.
No. The most requested sequel
Is Mutants and Masterminds.
That's
That's why, damn it, we told you. Mutants and Masterminds.
Remember what happens next year?
Please.
You're running a goddamn Mutants and Masterminds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You were like, why Mutants and Masterminds? And then it's
Well, that gives me the answer.
Choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other good games that did well were Pendragon, Spirit of the Century,
Yep.
Death Watch.
What's
Now
the
is
one at the
that
bottom?
because of Connell? No.
What's the one at the
Very
bottom?
probably.
At the bottom,
Stupid,
that
sexy
is
Connell.
that's my original world.
Okay.
Stupid sexy
Stupid
Connell
sexy
ruining
Connell.
our graphs.
Oh, you would just wait. Settings they want us to use for a game. Do not say what this is,
Okay, I can't.
but this is the one that
Nice.
won.
Okay, that's
That
the
won. So
Okay.
that's going to
Is that
definitively.
for so are we doing a live stream of that, or are we going to be doing a live
boy.
show of
I'm
that?
doing that for Bravo.
Okay, cool. For this year?
No, not for this year. This year's Fallout.
This
Next
year's
year
Fallout.
is
Right, okay, yeah.
going to be
Okay.
this because that's
Wait,
definitive
you were
in my
there that
books.
night, right?
We did the Christmas.
Yeah. I'd say, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, it's nice that that actually, like, I see Fallout on there, which we're already doing.
Yeah.
Which
That's great.
Yeah, nice.
But a lot of stuff's really tearing off.
Yeah.
Lately.
I like that,
interesting.
like, random, like, Lord of the Rings, Kingdom Hearts, neat.
Yeah.
Just the, like, where, like, certain things that have cropped up. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool.
DC beat out Marvel. That surprised me.
That's because people actually want a good story.
People are
And then people are praying that there is actually a good DC story out there that is not
like
a cartoon.
peasants waiting for rain.
Like,
Come on.
There's a
Give me
big call for
something.
more original content from
Dance.
us.
I want to
which is
like
nice.
Batman again.
and I think that's why, like I saw there was some stuff for Angoria, like a big push for Angoria for Mutants and Masterminds, because again, it's original.
Yeah, I think they're
So,
really digging
yeah.
our original stuff more. So.
Is
This surprised me for what it was second, though.
What was that is right? I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
I'm like,
all right.
really? That's not dead?
Reboot got a lot higher than I thought.
Reboot has always actually been pretty popular with our
Really?
fans. Yeah.
Especially in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of YTV,
I love that Steven Universe got 10%. I'm going to just say that it only got 7 votes. It's like, that is a clear divide in our fan
Star
base.
Trek got fairly high.
Yeah, well, because people want to see Tyler do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
I would literally fist fight one of you guys for a spot on Tyler's Star Trek game. I'm not even joking.
The most wanted,
You're playing Laser
the
Wait,
single most wanted.
Hold on, Mike. You specifically said I would fist fight one of you. Which one of us?
I don't know.
Okay. It's like I'm like,
To be
I
fair,
want to be part of it.
It wouldn't be a fist fight so much as me coming off some stairs at you.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Sorry, Mike. Keep going. Yeah.
The most hotly wanted system they want us to play coincides with the previous thing, so I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Right next to it, though.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that's because Sam debuted.
I want to claim the 21 that's up there.
Which
That one.
You want to run that?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to have to fight for that one. I want to run it too.
Oh. Give me Kojia.
Actually, that would work out really well because that'd be really cool.
We need to talk more.
We need to talk more.
We need to talk a lot more because I want to get stupid with that.
Yes.
Things are percolating.
I want that to be stupid. I want it to start off like a normal,
Totally normal.
totally
of the
normal
genre.
of the genre,
Yeah.
but it goes right into hell.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Like I need
exactly.
weird shit to be in here.
But it's that system, so really weird shit is totally okay. For
Yeah, I
it.
They're
know.
both
Yeah.
very excited, and I'm nervous now.
Mike's yelling in
But
my
it's
ear.
interesting, like
Sorry.
it's interesting that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above that
Very excited.
is only half.
Which-
One up, one more, down one. Sorry, because that's the system of the other one.
Well, it's the system for one of the editions.
It's really bad
Yes,
to listen
yeah,
to
yeah.
There
this
is the
podcast
20th
for
anniversary
something.
version,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
which
yeah.
is which we could do it in
No, it's
either
good, but I'm
or.
very excited.
Dave, I think you'll get a kick out of this.
What are you pointing at?
Oh, nice.
That got
Nice.
fairly high.
Yeah. Okay.
Knows I'm making
Trud
a
Bang
new
got
for
7.
D20 Live as a whole. I find it interesting that
I'm
I
in.
did not read or watch.
Who's gonna run
Just
that?
slightly worse than Delta.
All right. Who wants to play Viking?
Oh,
Hands up.
no, it's Shadowcrown.
Mystical Vikings.
Shadowcrown.
Mystical Vikings. Do you want to weave the winter?
Yes.
I know what that is, but yes.
Viking magic.
Yes.
Shadowcrown.
I think they want us to rewrite
Made of runes and cold.
I very specifically don't watch My Hero Academia
Ooh.
because I don't want any kind of influence on my Mutants and Mastermind setting. So I very specifically don't watch it. I've always said that the only commonality is that they're both set in a high school setting. And then I found out about My Hero Academia while I was writing it. And Mike asked me, it's like, have you watched this anime? I'm like, no, what's that? And then he told me the concept, and I said, "Stop! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Yeah.
Stop! Stop!"
It was funny watching you go, "Stop, Mike!"
No! I don't want to know about it.
That did well as well.
That's good.
I mean, we're influencers now.
We're influencers.
We are actually. I'm not gonna say what the name of the company is in case it falls through.
You know what it is? It's unofficially D20 Live event at Hero Academia. We don't have it legally planned out yet, but we all know what happened.
Mike, tell us a tale.
I have finally started speaking to a tabletop company. One we know.
Oh.
I don't know where this is going.
Are we about to get bought out by wizards?
Never. No. But if I will say this, if these guys bought us out, I don't think they will. But if these guys bought us out, I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always take the money. We can always make another one of these.
Yep.
We can always make a version 2 of this.
D10 live.
D10 live.
D10 live.
I honestly,
D4 live.
I saw
D10 is better because it's 2 to 20.
Yeah, that's true. I saw The Witcher up there, and while I absolutely love that system, it's a typical R. Talsorian system, which means extremely complicated. So I'm not sure if it would work as a.
I don't, because I look at Witcher, right,
Yeah.
continuity wise. I'm
Yeah.
like, I could run this in Pathfinder easier.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's one of those. I love the
Like, I'm
setting
happy
a
they
lot.
have the IP.
Yeah. If we do the IP for it, that's fine. I just don't think I'd run the current TTRPG from Talsorian because it's like one of those. Oh no! Well, basically, it's they do it Monster of the Week, or you can do political, but you do Monster of the Week, and you can have a band of Witchers if you want, but it would be it's usually like a Witcher and then all the other people.
Combo between like a fighter class and an alchemist. You
Yeah.
have to combo it.
Well, it would be
one is 2/3 of another.
It would be a what's that?
It needs to be level 10 start in a level 1 area.
It's a
wildly overpowered.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a Magus cross-classed with a multi-classed with an alchemist.
Magus has a.
We could do it
just
Gestalt.
a weapon though.
A Gestalt?
Gestalts.
Yeah.
That would probably work for
That could
Witcher.
probably work. Yeah. I say Magus because they have the ability of
Gestalt.
because Magus have the ability to do minor magic along with good fighting. So.
You'd have to
This
have
makes
to
me laugh.
take a lot of stuff out. You'd
Yeah,
have to
still,
really
that's-
customize it, but you can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was only 3 votes for Witcher.
Yeah.
So I'm not too...
We
Fantasy Age did better than it, for God's
It's
sake.
because we have such a backlog of things people want to see already.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's too new of a thing. So.
Oh, dang it.
And of
Well,
course, the
technically
list...
not, but...
No member of the team got under 29 votes for returning.
Which means they want to see all of us.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah.
Or
There was a vote.
Just keep everyone.
In the end,
29
what they
people
want is an
voted
original
29
world.
times.
Is an original world that is played by all of our entire cast at the same time.
Okay.
I know, right? It's just like
It's not like I'm planning that.
no, not at all. What? Yeah.
No, when you
check
scroll
this out.
down, there's a vote for one. Like, I think it's in between Tom White and just keep using everyone in the crew.
Yeah.
The other Dave, aka Sam's brother.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
His name is Additional Dave.
He is Dave plus
It's on
one.
the back. Folds forward like that.
Yeah.
One giant stream with all of you.
And it's got
Wooly.
the sight.
And I'm like, I would have Wooly on here if he didn't live where he lives.
Wooly.
Screw it. The black guy from this year's Avatar game.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm like I
And
know that person.
I have asked.
Yeah.
For those of you who are curious, I have asked Wooly. He was very politely saying, "I would love to." We live 4 hours apart.
Yeah.
I'm
fair
like,
enough.
cool. That's it.
Where's
You'd
he
have
in a
to do
different
a
province,
lot
or
of
is he in the
filming.
States?
What?
Is he in the States?
No, he's in Canada.
A different province then?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's. I don't want to say which one he's in because I don't know if he's publicly announced that to his fan base.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a different province.
Yeah.
And there's,
To the right.
well, I mean,
There's one
to the right. Boob.
there's a lot.
Dave, there's several provinces to the right of us.
Well, one that's 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair point. Okay. So I'm like,
By driving, but not by
not by
flying.
flying.
As the crow flies, which
As
is
the crow
apparently
flies.
slower.
It's like, it took us forever to get there with a
So,
crow.
but yeah, the person that everybody else wants back for sure is
cruiser,
Dr.
dirigible.
Terrawat.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You're
Yep.
gonna be really happy when we get to March when that gets announced.
How'd I do?
Yeah.
I'm not last. Yay.
You're 36.
You're quite up there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you did really well.
You're
Yeah.
4th or 5th or something.
That means I'm funny.
Yes.
Oh, Arcana got a lot of votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
It's
because we love our.
Yeah.
yeah,
Arcana-
like Jordan and Ark are tied,
Yeah.
and then
Cassie, nice, good. Yeah.
Somehow I got 41 votes. I don't understand it.
It's almost like you're here all the
queen.
time and you're really fun.
Yeah, you're fun to have on the streams.
Must kill our god.
Oh yeah, we're going by Highlander rules now.
Exactly.
There can be only one.
Yeah, your popularity.
Terrawat is the
quick
last
enemy.
boss. Before I can start shooting lightning out of my fucking hands.
Is this like Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you're slowly making your way up the mercenary tree? Dr. Terrawat's up at level 50. Come at me, bitch.
Oh, yes.
See, the thing is, if it came down to a fist fight, Jordan, I know you'd take him basically to the gates of hell.
That's because he's made of paper.
We love you, Kyle!
He starts watching
He's
these.
like a bunch of shit would just fly out of his hands.
No, he did.
He's just like screwdrivers up his sleeves and shit. Like,
He'd pull a cavalry load. And it would actually have sound effects because Dr. Terrawat in props. It's like
But
what
here's
the
what
hell
you
just
do.
happened?
all of these are tasers. Fuck.
It
It is funny though, because there was one
good
time.
open hand slap and he falls on those weapons.
One time, someone actually, while we were hanging out,
call
was
it
like,
bear claw.
Dr. Terrawat, fight Big Mike! And then I stood up to my whole fight in front of him, and his face went right here on my chest. And he's just like, no!
Why?
He allows me to live!
By his grace alone.
God, I'll never forget that one year I tortured him at GM.
Uh,
Have I told that story?
No, probably not.
Okay. So, well, let's finish the survey thing up. Players, characters / NPCs you'd like to see return. Nauticus.
Time Tiger.
Goddamn
Muffin.
Time Tiger.
Baba
I have to
Yaga,
do something
Nauticus.
with that.
Baba Yaga,
Asmodeus.
yeah, King Arthur.
Oh shit, there's a vote for Ass Muffin.
Yeah.
Of course.
King Arthur, Melo.
Melo.
Oh,
That's me!
Yeah, that's you.
Shit!
Heinrich von Gobschlaben, Lord Nauticus, Clive.
Why will that not leave me be?
There's Gob and Schlaben again.
All the
Master Swan,
musketeers.
Fussy Britches. Yeah, people have been asking what the hell happened to Fussy Britches after the Infinity War, and I'm like,
That's a good question.
I don't know.
That's actually something we never thought about.
That's a good question.
I have a plot, but I wanted her to take a back seat for a bit before I had her come back in. Goblin Schlaben, Dr.
No.
Apocalypse and Disaster.
Oh my god, I know what happened to Fussy Britches. She settled down and had the weirdest kittens.
The weirdest kid.
No, I have plot for her.
6-armed cats.
The question is whether or not I do it.
Oh my god.
Heinrich von Gobenschroben.
Shut up!
Best boy, Ollivander.
Which one's
Best boy. Oh, is that Arcadas from Pendragon?
I don't know.
Ollivander?
No.
Oh,
He's
no,
a
it's
JoJo.
Cassie's. Did you
Cassie's.
watch the Pendragon game?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The general consensus
I knew
is
that
people,
Best Boy was Pendragon. I'm like, which one was it?
Yeah, no.
that was Cassie's character.
No,
Yeah.
Ark is a JoJo, so.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
The Emperor of Mankind.
If you could talk. And that Matthew.
Oh, who is going to roleplay the Emperor of Mankind if not Mike?
Yeah. I did a pretty okay job my one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Brother Elias.
Brother Elias.
They
I
want
love that
Lance
Brother
Sagat.
Elias is getting a vote.
Sir Robert Sagat. I can't remember that one.
Sir Robert Sagat is
Say the game.
it was Your Life game.
Oh.
No, that wasn't Sabat's character.
No,
he became. I thought that was his his bird
no, that was
costume.
Sir Steve.
Sir Steve, damn.
Was the flying
Sir
bird?
Robert
He was the
Sagat.
flying bird, the flying orphan of the sky bird. Steve. I wrote a song
Right.
for him.
Yes. Okay.
The flying orphan of the
Who
sky.
was Sir Robert Sagat? Chad, who was Sir Robert Sagat?
Glorious golden hawk boy.
God, we need a wiki.
Adam
so
and his
bad.
lovely mother. Sir Arcade,
I saw that
Scarlet, the
short
time
video.
agent.
Somebody voted for Scarlet! So happy!
Isn't Scarlet your Crimson Throne character?
No!
No, her
Scarlet.
character from Maid.
My
Oh,
NPC
yeah.
from Maid.
Right. Okay.
That I really
You made
wanted,
her day.
I really
Lord
wanted
Nauticus
her
is the
to
best thing
know
ever,
her.
and you can't change my mind.
Spoonie the Bard, never happening. He's not a character.
He's a person who is having now his 7th mental breakdown.
He's an aficionado at this point.
That's not funny, but it is.
It's like no, well, I don't want to go into the man's personal life. Follow his Twitter, and you'll see.
I
why.
refuse.
do.
I don't even follow my own Twitter.
Fair enough.
That's why really
Quantum,
hurt.
unsure.
Quantum, nice.
Yeah. I'd like to see what has happened with Fussy Britches and Flynn now that they no longer hold the power to travel between time and dimensions. Would be very interesting. They can still travel between dimensions. It's just walking through gates.
That thrice died.
Battle Cat, Time
You
Tiger,
old
Mouse
sponge.
Ferrachu, Fantastic Fox.
Fantastic Fox?
Who the fuck is...
I love our fandom. Knows more about our games than we
Yes.
do.
We need a wiki.
We need a goddamn wiki so bad.
Time Tiger, Naughty Adam, Adam's lovely
God,
mother.
fastest
Oh,
growing
Naughty Adam.
wiki.
Is it Naughty Adam's Nauticus?
Nauticus'
Nauticus' real name is Adam, and his mother, which is Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
At some point, his dad, if not his granddad, because we finally revealed who Nauticus' father
Naughty's
is.
a
father
watch
was, yeah.
captain. What a throwback.
What was that? Sorry.
The watch captain, your captain from Death Watch. He was
Yes.
just like,
What a throwback.
Who was so angry at us?
just like, listen here, you shits. You're damn good at you're damn good at what you do. But knock it off.
Knock it off.
What a throwback.
Mike, by the way, did you like my little picture?
Which one?
My 40K one, where it's like Tech Priest accidentally touches a weird obelisk on a planet.
Oh, I love that.
It's like,
I love that.
This is so Mike. I'll post it in Discord. But it's like all the Necrons on that planet, and it looks like a skeleton with a sombrero. It's like, buenos dias, boys.
Lancelot, Fussy Britches. We want Fussy Britches back. Shit. Okay.
Every time I find a good 40k meme, I save it and
Yep.
share it just especially for you guys.
Right, exactly.
How would you start a wiki? Well, we would do it based on game. We would list major NPCs.
We'd have
Yeah.
to and then break it down. Like,
Yeah, and we would
so
literally tell you guys,
How about we
have
just-
fun!
Yeah. Yeah, we would just sort of like do a timeline, and not necessarily a canonical timeline, but a timeline of games.
Yeah.
that's
And
good.
then go game by game,
Yeah.
and that's
We'd
something.
have to just input
Yeah.
things, and then people would add stuff to it and blah blah blah. When
Exactly.
you find the length of games, the stream videos,
Fine.
as is. That's
They
good.
could be a little
That's
bit
good.
longer,
That's
which is
good.
fine. No one wants them shorter, which is fine.
That's
That's
excellent.
well,
actually-
two people
love
did,
this.
but how do you find length of the tutorial videos? They're fine, or make them a little longer. Oh, I found a wonderful
Yeah,
workaround.
sometimes the games are a little bit intense, and I get you're trying to fit them down under a wire,
Yeah.
like under like a very specific timeline.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's so like some systems are so complicated they need more time.
Well, I found a good way for me to do tutorials going forward instead of
So-
running off of my laptop.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it
Reading off
literally
a lot-
cut the time down in half.
We're
Reading
getting a
off,
teleprompter?
That's
just wheel this monster into the room.
precisely what I was thinking, actually. James, like, oh, we got a
We
teleprompter.
found a way to make a teleprompter work.
Oh, fuck
Okay,
right.
well shit.
Yeah.
Well, I guessed
But
into
like
the...
I did we did a test run with it for the recent stream. Actually, the tutorial is going to be for your game, Jordan.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
And it was like it was
Can't wait to watch
significantly
that.
faster and easier. You're going to have a few moments of hearing Mike's robot voice because we hadn't quite worked out the pacing of the prompter, and I'm pausing, going, and then we will use attributes.
It's dramatic.
It is a dramatic Shatner pause.
Dramatic. No, but that's cool. Because usually
Is this to be a
reading
2
off
or
of-
3 hour stream? I don't know.
Yeah, 3.
There you
reading
go.
off like a text file, this is just like a public speaking thing in general. It's really difficult to not go monotone
Yeah.
because you're just reading
I've run into
like facts, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult with a teleprompter. You read it at the time, and it's supposed to be coming forward as you're like
It is.
at a speaking pace.
Yeah.
So it allows you to emote more, which leads
Yes.
it to be sounding more natural, which I'm happy
It
about.
sounds so much
I
better than
now
when I did
have-
Vita that time.
I now have the cement truck mode.
Are we on the right camera?
We're on a camera.
I'm sure.
Pretty
I've
sure.
run into a problem with
What
the
a
dragon.
strange-looking cement truck.
I thought this was actually.
Well, it also has a
Yeah,
rocket
for
launcher
example.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, I get
Nice.
that, but it's also a very strange-looking cement truck.
But yeah, they also had to make it
sadness.
transformable.
Overall, people liked the merch store, but they just can't afford items at this time.
Sadness.
You know, purple.
No, I thought this was actually a purple shade. It's just Drakenhof Nightshade. Drakenhof is a dark elf, old Warhammer city, and dark elves were purple. So my mind was like, oh, this is a purple shade.
It's an ink
It
color.
turned into a more gray shade. I'm like, oh, damn. Oh well. I don't have purple on me, so I can't finish this dragon.
How do you feel about Patreon? I have no opinion. Fair enough.
How have you enjoyed seeing D20 Live staff on external tabletop streams? It was fun. I get why they did it, but I didn't really enjoy it. It was the smallest vote. They were on other streams, was like a quarter. And then there was
Don't kneel
4
to the
people who
weak.
said, don't kneel to the weak mic. God bless those 4 people. Have you noticed the golden apple in this year's videos?
What?
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 Bullshit, and yes, I have.
I
Now
saw
was
you holding one as the Happy New Year thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand what this is.
yeah.
I'll
It's a
explain it.
reference.
It's a reference. It'll make sense.
Everything here is a reference. I can't keep up.
You guys
We
remember that thing I
reference
told you
our
on my
references.
birthday that was going to happen to one character?
A what?
A what?
Remember when I said on my birthday that there was going to be one thing that was going to happen to one character at the end of this arc? That's the thing you got to find. That will make it happen.
I see.
What conventions would you like to see D20 Live appear at?
All right.
MagFest, Dragon Con, Bravo,
I don't
no
know.
idea.
But how much time do I have?
Whatever the nearest FurryCon is. Whoa! Send Mike to FurryCon.
No.
What? Is that actually an answer?
Send Sam to FurryCon.
No.
I'd love to see you return to YetiCon with a full show, but it's hard to say. I do a lot of conventions. It's hard to say where you'd fit.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I
can make this work.
One's in South England. Bye.
Magfest and Otaku-thon, no. TFCon, Anime Matsuri, Magfest.
Let's see if I can make this work.
I guess I have to go back to Magfest next year, babe.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't go this year, but...
Is this a 2 or 3 hour stream? We're streaming until 5.
Yeah.
So, 45 minutes. No, wait, what? Yes.
YetiCon, Magfest, Tri-City SuperCon, Ottawa Comic-Con, Con Bravo, Magfest, Gen Con Indiana, YetiCon.
There's a fair amount of Con Bravo in there.
Yeah. Because we're right there, right?
Yep.
Are there any guests you'd like to see on the D20 live streams local to the Greater Toronto area? Terawatt. Leanna Kersner got on there, and she keeps getting on there. I've actually reached out to her agents.
Okay.
Haven't gotten a reply yet.
Who is that?
She was a television host here in Canada with Ed the Sock, who was a major personality here. I believe she's actually married to the actor who plays Ed the Sock.
Okay.
If I'm not...
Oh my god, if we could get Ed the Sock too.
I want to know what that goddamn thing smells like.
Oh my god!
I've met
awful.
him, because I've met him, and he's very lovely.
I imagine.
Oh, sure.
But I've gone through her agents, and I haven't gotten a reply. For those of you who've wanted her extensively for years, I have... She was very polite.
Okay.
And because I messaged her on Twitter and said, listen, we would like to try and reach out to you.
Yeah.
She was very polite about it. I've not heard a thing back when I put it through officially to the agent. So.
Oh, okay. So she basically said, here's my agents, go...
Do this thing.
It could be that it got lost in the shuffle. It might have to be a couple of attempts.
Who was that dog puppet? Something the insult dog.
Yeah, that douchebag copycat thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a copycat.
Yeah.
They do frequent Con Bravo. Ed and Liana are local. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm American. I don't know much Sean of Rerez. I can actually do that. That wouldn't be hard.
I don't know who that is at all.
Rerez. They do a lot of Morakata. Bargain Bin Boy.
That's Nick.
That's our friend Nick.
We know Nick. Nick's cool.
Keanu Reeves.
Sure.
Oh, if someone knows how to get me in touch with Keanu Reeves, I will have him on game that day. I'll be like, I will just put the open call. I'll be like, someone needs to be at my home right now. Why? Because we got Keanu Reeves.
We got Keanu Reeves.
And I know 3 of you will turn up.
Get it going! Go!
What are we playing? John Wick.
It doesn't matter. We're going to ask him obnoxious questions.
We're going to ask him what he wants to play today.
And
And knowing Keanu Reeves, he turned around and be like, whatever you guys want.
That's it.
D&D 5th Ed. Like, son of a bitch.
It's like, Mr. Reeves, no. It's Keanu. No, Keanu.
You son of a bitch. Fine.
Mike, it's Keanu. And like, no Keanu.
No, Keanu.
Mike becomes the first person on the internet to
Say no to Keanu.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh, we become super popular, but for all the wrong reasons.
How dare you tell that man no?
Yep. Oh, God.
And then
right.
we become
More.
boys.
Are there any guests you like to So
Derek the Bard, who has now publicly come out actually as
Darla.
Darla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Burrow.
So that is her name.
Still a bard?
Okay.
Probably still a bard.
Probably still a bard.
Yeah.
Unless there was a class
Hacksmith,
change.
who's in Kitchener. I don't know the Hacksmith.
I don't know the Hacksmith.
I'll have to look him up. Antfish. I've asked Antfish. He is not. I've actually asked Antfish years ago. He doesn't feel he'd be good for a tabletop game, and I respect that decision.
Okay. All right.
Terawatt. That's Takahata 101. Oh, how I've tried. I don't know. I live under a rock. Anyone you would grow to bring a brand, make your an unstoppable force.
What does it say? Anyone you bring will grow the brand. Oh, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a lot of confidence in us. I appreciate that.
Mike Forte, I don't know.
For me.
I'm on putty.
Any general comments or suggestions are all generally pretty positive. There was a couple of lovely edits in here.
Read them out. I can't.
Something that really annoys me is that when the donations are read out, they only come out of one ear on my headphones. Please change it so it comes out of both.
That's an audio thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a thing that we're gonna have to talk with Tyler because he is our audio engineer and he's the one who's
Setting up the soundboard.
Setting up the soundboard all the time, at which point we need to find out if that is physically viable at this point.
And if it's not, we have to buy a new soundboard.
We're going to have to buy a new soundboard, at which point we would probably donate this one to someone else that we know.
Yeah, who would use a soundboard. Need to make it a Time Tiger an actual character. Well, the content, I can see more effective work and more investment. Just to keep going with what you're doing. If you're concerned about copyright rights of games things, maybe try BitChute. Maybe advertise on Telegram and grab them if you need more exposure.
That is an unfortunate name for a website.
What?
BitChute?
BitChute?
Oh, no.
Mike's got a cute butt. I'm guessing that was Sam.
He got a cute butt.
Love the content. I can see more investment at work. The results are very positive and are always getting better. Just make sure you take time for yourselves when you can. Lovely.
No.
This one I actually am going to take to heart. Don't be afraid to pause or edit a recording during the long game vid to check rules, as sometimes it takes several minutes, and they're kind of short already.
Yeah.
So we're just going to straight up, when we're doing it, we're like, cool, stop the clock. We're going to do the rules checks then.
Yeah, totally.
And we're going to go through as that.
It gives us more of an opportunity to actually look into things, too.
Yeah.
If we can't find the answer in 30 seconds, then
it's, exactly. Whereas live streams, we don't do rules checks, so we don't have that kind of interruption.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Glory Grace Sam, rating the games was really hard.
Glory Grace Sam. Not customs agent, Glory Grace Sam.
Yep.
just Sam in general.
Yeah.
As a person who has always been interested in playing RPGs, watching D20 Live has been a fun way. Just keep pushing those barriers. It's more fun to be edgy than safe. Fuck.
That's fun.
Earlier notifications when something goes up for patrons only.
There we go.
Cool. No worries. I can do that.
David settled.
I love the long game format a lot. When enjoy seeing more of it in general, you will. Please more Warhammer 40k RPG stuff. Love the 3 episodes of your Deathwatch campaign. I want more. Please more. It makes me giggle when I've seen it 10 times already. Wow. And Star Wars stuff. Yeah, there's been a big push for us to go to the WEG version of Star Wars.
WEG?
The original,
D6
like the one that's got
version?
the D6 version,
Okay, all right.
as opposed to like the current Fantasy Flight one.
Okay.
Which I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have a problem with either of those systems, do you?
I'm not a big fan of the Fantasy Flight one because I'm not a fan of the Genesis system.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, I functionally get it, and I can't openly condemn it.
Yep.
But it's.
The improved audio system has been a huge thing. There's a number of those, and the audio system is significantly better than it needs to be. Like, significantly, though.
Yeah.
They have not been minor improvements. They've been serious overhauls.
I love your work. Keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for the link, Shadow Corona. It is 35 minutes left until we end the survey entirely.
Yep.
We're just going through kind of like the early vote ballots.
Yep.
Just to see what's up.
Yep. Which is why we didn't read out any of the games, because we didn't want to influence anything.
Yeah. So somehow a friend of mine might be trying to get me to run a 5e game on another Discord server and start smug chat.
Smug cat.
Okay, look, can I put this to rest once for all what I feel about 5e?
Yeah,
can I just say it finally once for, because I think we're done with these.
Is it
The audio volume seems kind of quiet. I have to jack it up to 70. So yeah, just turn the volume a bit. That seems to be generally it. So I'm gonna address once and for all how I actually feel about 5e. Once and for all, I do not hate the system. Okay, I consider it. Wow,
we've actually talked about this, so it's fine. Yeah,
I consider it the Minecraft of the tabletop world right now. Very moddable, very open-ended. It's more interesting what you can build out of it.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah,
Yep.
Well, it's more interesting what you can build out of it. My problem with 5e,
the actual it itself.
My problem with 5e is people call it a very big role-playing, favoring system. It does not. Because
I agree.
Because here's my thing in tabletop, where the rules do not cover, roleplay will. Because the rules are so minimal for 5e, comparatively to previous editions. Roleplaying takes a bigger focus.
Yes.
But it's very much a combat system, and that does irritate me that the community has adopted it as that.
Adopted it as a role-playing game when it's much more when the mechanics make it more of a combat thing.
Game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, and I feel there are games that better aid role-playing.
And social mechanics.
And social mechanics, very much so. I do strongly believe, and it irritates me that it was shot to the moon.
Okay.
As much as it was, because it didn't need it.
Yeah.
In the tabletop community, if there was a game that, if it had not been as hyped as it was by all the streamers and actual play people who are doing it, it would not have suffered.
Yeah.
Anyone else could have been good in that top spot, and it would have changed the industry for the better, I feel. That's it. That's my take on 5e. It is very much the system Wizards has wanted to make since they got their hands on that IP.
Exactly, yeah.
To a T. And I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to keep saying it. When we hit 6th edition, there will be wars, and it's going to be funny as hell to watch.
Yeah.
What do you mean based on that?
Because Wizards of the Coast has never, ever, 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 fucking ever done a maintenance edition. Ever. Every time they do a new edition, they scorch earth.
They do. Yeah. They completely change their system.
They claim it's cross-compatible, but I've heard that claim for over 10 years since they got their hands on the IP.
You can see a lot of this behavior in just Magic the Gathering, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They do not do upkeep editions.
No, they don't.
No. They wipe the board clean and do whole.
And they will do over.
Because that allows them to reprint all of their various settings.
Yeah.
It's
Everything.
the easiest way to do it.
There's just so much more money in it.
Yeah.
And I'm fully convinced. If I am wrong, I will completely and totally say I was wrong.
Yeah.
If it ends up being an upkeep edition and a very easily translatable edition, which it should be.
It should be, yeah. Because
if I am wrong, I will completely admit it. I will completely cop to it, but it will be very out of character.
Yeah.
For Wizards.
Not of you, but
you
of
always
Wizards.
do that though. Like if you ever are wrong about something,
I'm not an asshole about it.
You're the first person to admit that you were incorrect about something.
Yeah. But I do not believe for a second that it will be. And I've seen very little evidence. And I don't believe in the assurances of Wizards. And I feel like there's an entire generation of people who've gotten into tabletop recently who haven't been burned by them, who don't know to be cautious.
Yeah.
Because...
Optimistic, but cautious.
Because, like, if you pay attention to what's happening in the Magic the Gathering circles,
Okay.
they're there to gouge the living hell out of them.
That's why I stopped playing, actually.
Because it's gotten even worse now.
It's very pay to win.
No, it's gotten even worse now. They're doing variant artwork cards now.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, they're doing that now, where you can get a card where the artwork isn't just in the box; it goes all over the card now, which is lovely. Fans have been making them for years, but they want their cut now.
Yeah.
They're doing now. You can go buy the single you want. They're handling that as well. They have their
directly from them.
Yeah.
Fantasy Flight is doing a similar thing with L5R with the art cards, and I have no issue with them doing direct to order art cards, but they have no method in which to supply it to brick and mortar stores. If you want the full bleed of L5R art cards, it is only them, and that makes me mad because it is if L5R as a game were direct to order, it would flop.
We need to have Chris down here for a craft check because he actually got to go to PAX Unplugged. We've been talking to a lot of the tabletop developers. I'd love for the three of us to have a round table.
Yeah.
And get
Wouldn't 3.5e be considered an upkeep?
That was. See, I'm wrong. 3.5 was an upkeep
But they
edition.
didn't announce that as another edition. They announced it as a reprint. It's not another edition.
It wasn't?
No, they announced it as a reprint and an upgrade. It wasn't a new edition. But arguably, because they reprinted, if you're considering a new edition to be a reprint of all of their books and a reprint of all their materials, I completely agree with Shadowcrown. But they never really promoted it as the new edition. They promoted it as, hey, we're reprinting and we're fixing. So it's a little different, but yeah, I can.
There's an argument to be had there, and I'm very much.
Yeah,
so there is an
totally
exception to what I've said.
All right.
But the thing is, all I've heard has not called it 5.5 edition or 5.2 edition. I've heard it be called 6th.
Yeah. They're calling it 6 because I'm trying to turn this guy.
I thought you were being facetious. They're doing a 6th already.
They're internally playtested. Sorry, Mike.
Already?
No. Yeah, they've been. What happened was early last year,
Like
if I'm remembering it right, Baldy, fucking Perkins.
Perkins, yeah.
Perkins leaked on Twitter that a 6th edition was in the works.
Yeah, internally.
I feel like 5th is so brand
It was
new still.
right after they had just finished posting all the stuff about Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Right, and we're just like, but why?
Don't
you just released Ravenloft. Why would you release another edition now?
Why?
That's dumb.
It feels like they're trying, like they're going to get diminishing returns.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, literally that week I went down to the Toronto stores and I watched all the 5e stuff get cut in half.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I literally went down. I'm like, I don't think I'm the only one who saw that tweet because I watched every store cut their 5e collection down in half.
Yeah.
Fuck, now's a good time.
It was a very
to jump in. Now's when you do it.
It was a very poor decision on their part because, like, all right, well, no, now we don't need space anymore, so we're prepping for needing to get rid of our stock. So I'm like,
wow. Now he has said otherwise now, and Merles has said publicly, we have not we are not planning a 6th edition,
Oh
but
my
when we
God.
do, it'll be compatible with 5th.
Well, that's how you deep dick your suppliers, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
'Cause you panic them into cutting their stock in half.
yeah,
And like, oh, JK, sorry. And then,
yeah,
what, you think, like, if I'm a dude who carries 5th ed shit, I would be pissed, man.
yeah.
Because you would have, like, you would sell all of your shit for half price because everyone's like, oh my God.
No, it hasn't been sold less. It's just they're not restocking as fast.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would be so pissed off.
The second you heard that rumor, yeah.
Well,
of course you would.
that they're doing a 6th. I'm like, that's Wizards. What are you going to do? But then, all of a sudden, they're like, nope, sorry, not. I'm like, I don't know to trust your tweets anymore.
To trust your tweets anymore. Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's how you deep dick your suppliers. That's
Yep.
What a mess. But, you know, I don't run Wizards of the Coast. What the fuck do I know?
Yep. Yep.
If I ran
the
Wizards
ones
of
we
the
do
Coast,
run-
Transformers the card game would be a living card game. And I would be like, have fun.
Wizards of the Coast run Wizards of the Coast, and I don't think they know.
No,
what
Hasbro
they're
runs Wizards of the Coast.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because I see the tabletop community whenever someone gets a job there, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we're so happy for you." And then I go and look at the Glassdoor reviews for working there, and I'm like, "I'm really glad I don't work at Wizards of the Coast."
Glassdoor gives you a really good look at a lot of places.
Yep. Yep.
Some of the places I've worked at that were literally purgatory.
Yeah.
I looked at the Glassdoor reviews and everyone's like, one of the reviews was like, I was going to kill myself if I hadn't left. I was like, wow.
How easy to supplement is it to shift a 3.5e supplement to Pathfinder?
It's
so easy.
It's like
Yeah, so
breathing
easy.
air.
I can literally do it in my sleep, guys.
Guys, you know how
I
bad
have done it in my sleep, and Mike wakes up and he's just like, "What did you do?" And I'm like,
converted from 3.5 to Pathfinder. It's very easy to do. There's like a one-page. It's practically the same system. There's a one-page PDF that tells you how to convert monsters. On the off chance you don't have a monster from the 6 bestiaries, that is closer.
Yeah, Pathfinder First Edition is basically D&D 3.75.
Yeah,
it's like if what's that, like what are those ones that, like it's like a Bethesda game that got released and people modded like
Skyrim.
And then,
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that was a dumb one. But, yeah, it's like someone got a hold of it and reprinted 3.5 and made it good.
Yep.
And they fixed a lot of the glaring issues. And then they released Unchained, which fixed other glaring
issues. Yeah.
And then they released second. We haven't
They
stopped. Stopped arguing about it since.
Yeah.
It's because second stinks of fifth.
Yeah.
And it's such a wild divergence from first.
Yeah.
But like in a lot of good ways.
Like
because it fixes cantrips, which are my main bitch about Pathfinder First.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really does.
My damage cantrips are my main bitch about Pathfinder First.
Yeah.
If we could just incorporate like Pathfinder second stats into first edition cantrips, I would shut up about it forever.
No one invests in use rope. Reduce the skill requirements for feats and PCs by 3. Yeah, no, it's not hard. It's not hard.
There's a thing called use rope.
Yeah.
Use rope is a 3.5 thing, yeah.
Oh. Is that like, if I don't have that, I don't know
use
how to
rope?
fuck to use
No,
rope?
it's basically, it was the,
What are knots?
it became
I tie you up like a toddler.
that skill became escape artist in Pathfinder.
Oh,
It's being able to
gotcha.
tie people down and escape rope. And,
But escape artist is so much more vague though, so it's a lot
Yeah.
more usable for a lot of things.
Exactly.
Use
Devin,
rope,
you still haven't had the
fuck
gum.
I still haven't had the what?
The
Gum.
gum. You didn't eat the gum, hooker.
Oh, yeah.
You eat that gum
Sorry.
right now, mister. You eat
I'm
that candy.
working
You're
with
grounded.
potty. I'm working with potty.
You eat that candy right now, or you're grounded.
You do your tap dance for the audience.
Everybody's Charleston.
So I'm trying to turn these guys into, just so you can see what I'm working on, into
Venice Beach
those guys. I need to turn
tying
flesh
some-
golems into room golems for our game.
Damn,
There was a correction. Tying some with a rope is a CMB roll.
well, now.
All right, what is this?
Pathfinder.
All right, so
Yeah, I need to get to finish writing my Fantasy Age game. Nice.
Dude, Shadow Crow's got as many on-the-go projects as you do, I swear to God.
Yeah. I think that's why we got along, because we understand.
We are
our
both compressing from the
respective-
level of stress we have in our lives.
Exactly.
Slowly compressing.
It's like I have cleared away an entire hobby and taken all of that free time into another hobby and just made it more complex.
Gonna give a few friends a list of options for what they would rather play in a new campaign. I have a soft spot for Eberron, but I prefer Pathfinder. They're not that bad. Why don't you do the setting of Eberron in Pathfinder?
Devin's face.
I think that's what face mentioned.
I was expecting this to be a lot worse.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
2, 1. Flavor's gone.
Oh.
My countdown was great!
You can use it for model putty.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible. No, it's all yours now. Take it.
Oh. Oh.
You're gonna go home tonight to your fiance. You're gonna be like, babe, I tasted the fastest flavor gone candy in my life.
Enjoy that after flavor, buddy.
Of nothing?
Did you just swing? You've got like 9 cavities now. That's 80 grams of sugar in a can.
I will brush my teeth.
One person 006 has followed. Thank you.
Yay!
I'm glad you found this amusing enough to follow us more.
Yeah, really. That's
Good job,
we have to make Devin
stream.
eat candy. Speaking of Eberron, I have a great idea of following this. Claim the Lord of Blades. Give him his own dark prison version of the.
I didn't think my countdown would be that accurate, actually.
It is.
And the flavor's gone.
It's when the flavor fades and it's like, oh god, oh, what is this?
Well, you could use it for your models for putty.
I could use it. I really could.
Except you got to seal it properly, or else it's going to be gross.
Really close.
It'll crack up.
Oh, that was good. That was really good, Dave.
Moist.
Good job.
Moist.
I've had it a few times now, and I'm like, I think I got this down. It's a 5 count.
That lasted longer than 5. It was a good 15.
Oh yeah, but as soon as you
Solid
crunch
15
it into a solid chunk of gum,
It's
the
gone.
flavor's gone.
Yeah.
So,
I still have not had a candy from that, and I'm glad I've dodged that bullet.
Shadow Crown. Nothing will lose its flavor as bad as zebra gum. I've never heard of that. But
Zebra gum.
I'm sure all the flavoring is on the outside of the gum. It's gone.
It's literally just gum.
It's the components that make up the chewy part of gum.
Anyway, I got
20.
an Amazon package in this morning. I have 2 new Warhammer books I'm looking forward to.
Oh, nice.
I got that collection.
One is
going,
a Death Watch one.
Oh,
A new Death Watch
excellent.
one.
Yep.
Talon Squad, I think they call it.
Okay, yeah.
And another one is, it's called Servants of the Imperium, and I think it's about Sisters of Battle, and I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Oh, Jordan, the Death Watch book I have, is it any good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You not read it?
Oh.
All the Death Watch stuff is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how they have the different chapters interact. How they have the different chapters interacting like with each other in a very stressful, tight-knit situation is always worth reading.
Well, all of the chapters kind of dislike each other, but under the guise of Death Watch, they have a common thing to fight.
Exactly. They have to work together.
They get along for the most part. It's honestly, you have to think of the different chapters like cousins in the same family.
Yeah.
But
Like, you
Everyone's got that one cousin that shows up
Like
drunk.
you love your cousin, but you
The Space Wolves.
fucking hate John. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, John's here, great. I'm gonna find any
Great.
excuse to leave.
He's gonna
Like,
drink
yeah,
all
exactly.
the nog and get
But I
sloppy.
love my family.
I love my family, except that guy. God damn that guy.
Like, for the record, I don't have a cousin John. I just picked a name out of the air.
I do.
But we know he drinks all the
John's nice,
nog.
though.
I like
He
my
does
cousin-
drink all the eggnog, that son of a bitch.
I do like my cousin John though. He's actually really
Does your cousin
cool.
John drink all the eggnog, Sam?
He's the only one I think that actually drinks.
Oh, there you are.
Period.
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
like,
Family.
eggnog is not always okay.
Eggnog is not always top shelf.
Or alcoholic was what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Frequently, the number of times I've put booze in eggnog, I can count on one hand.
Mm.
It's not good with whiskey in it.
Oh.
It's really not. It's okay with rum in it.
Yeah, it's okay with Appleton Estates.
Yes.
Rum in it.
I agree.
It's largely
Jamaican
It's
rum.
I feel like eggnog. Well, because I
That's
used to
tasty.
drink it as a kid a lot for
nutmeg.
Christmas time, right? So to then
Nutmeg
put
in it,
like
yeah.
booze in it, I'm like, this is largely unappealing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of work to make like alcoholic eggnog good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough.
you gotta find like Appleton Estates rum. You gotta get egg or nutmeg.
You have to pull a binging with Babbage and get like an actual little rasp
Pinching with Babbage?
Oh, yeah, fucking
with a
rasp.
fucking with one little nutmeg nut and you're like into your fucking drink and you're like, get out of here with that.
No, you have to import a bonito a shaver. You know that fish that they double ferment until it's wood.
No. Oh, wait. Is that the one that Gordon Ramsay made James May eat?
No.
Okay.
But this stuff,
sounds like it happened.
You preserve it so fucking much, it becomes the consistency of wood.
Sounds like a thing.
And then you put it in the special shaver, and it gets like these razor-thin shavings that you use to cook with.
Gross.
And apparently it's pretty fucking great.
Who knew?
Yeah, but you know, you import one of those shaving things and you throw nutmeg nuts in there. It's like shh, 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 shh.
Yeah.
And then your nog is different now.
Nutmeggy.
It's nutmeg in it.
Whatever. Anyway,
I'm just thinking about the time James May took Gordon Ramsay to task.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When they did that fish pie or something, fish casserole.
So
Gordon, that sounds so gross.
Gordon brings in James. He says,
cod.
"Okay, now everyone thinks you're a bit of a wimp, James. So I'm going to show how tough you are."
And one thing of alcohol, throw the eggnog out and drink it.
You got it, Shadow.
You got it, Shadow.
Depends on how much of your family is there for the holidays.
Oh, John's here. Nog to the wind.
Literally, it's all over his car.
Freezes there. It's like, oh my god.
But so he makes them eat. First, he makes them eat some kind of like a type of ouzo, not actual ouzo, but like a terribly fermented
like
derivative.
Oh fuck.
And of course, you just see
Grappa
Gordon.
gets rough.
You see Gordon
Bathtub liquor.
Yep.
visibly twinging, and James is like, "It's not bad, actually." He's like, "What? It's not bad, actually." And then he brings out someone's done up an animal penis.
Is it shark penis?
It might be shark penis.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
it's Finnish shark penis.
No, that's the third one. That's the third one. And
this might be bow balls then.
yeah, and he's eating. It's like, it's not bad, actually. I've had worse. He's like, what? And Ramsay's getting steadily angrier. And then finally, there's this piece of petrified shark, which is left in a ditch, covered in gravel.
Literally, it's what they do. They put it in the ground for a while.
And they
let it ferment in itself.
Yeah, and then he cuts it
it's
off.
A delicacy.
He has it. He's like, and Jim's like, well, I don't quite care for that. Ramsay takes it. He throws up in a bucket. He says, "You disappoint me, Ramsay."
James May had to hang out with fucking both of those knobs from Top Gear for like most of his adult life.
Right.
And they're his friends. That man's basically bulletproof.
Gordon Ramsay comes through with some gross food. You gotta knock it up a notch, Ramsay.
Yeah,
Come on,
You
man.
know, my friends have gotten me arrested on more than one occasion.
Yeah,
In
Richard
Cambodia.
Hammond.
In Cambodia.
Richard Hammond, who, if he eats anything ethnic, becomes a one-way ticket from mouth to anus.
That poor guy.
And then fucking Jeremy Clarkson,
Clarkson,
who is
Who
the
eats-
personification of asshole.
like professional asshole.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. Someone was going
God,
on a
I'm
rant
show.
about Clarkson getting mad about the young lady,
Greta.
who was
From-
the environmentalist girl. Right? It's like,
Timber?
Mike, aren't you mad that Clarkson yelled at this little girl? I'm like, have you met Clarkson? I don't watch Clarkson because I want his insightful opinion on the environment. I watch him to laugh at the old man.
Old man yells at car.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a psycho, bitter old racist, and I know it. I don't watch him because I think he's going to make the greatest thought of the 21st century. I want to hear the old man be stupid.
Yep.
Lord
Yeah.
Sathian, Dave isn't crazy. I remember seeing Alton Brown show the woodfish in order to make miso soup. Yes, bonito flakes. That's what those are. It's like the fish is named bonito, but they've only figured out one way to use it. Apparently, it's so unpalatable you have to preserve it till it's wood.
Wow. Wow.
And then it apparently gets pretty awesome at that point.
They make soup out of it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we probably shouldn't eat that fish.
Probably.
If you have to change its physical properties from fish to wood.
And
Exactly.
then back again. Like
Back
we probably
again.
shouldn't eat that fish. I'm just saying. It's like
probably
it's
should.
like when my kid was growing up. Like she would point to things and we go for a walk and be like, "Can I eat that?" I'm like, "Technically,
Or
you're a
it's,
human. You can
You're a
technically
human. You can eat
anything.
most things, yeah.
or it's,
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but you can.
Your stomach will wildly disagree with you."
eating that one non-poisonous part of a pufferfish.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
my skillful hands are busy. Yeah, so, who ever thought about digging through a fucking pufferfish to find something that didn't kill them?
Stay up.
Then there's ortolan.
What?
Then there's ortolan.
What the hell is that?
Ortolan, the single most cruel form of cuisine known to man. You cannot eat any food that is more cruelly prepared in your life. You know exactly what it's.
I don't know exactly what it is.
Bird.
This is the bird.
This is the bird they drown in cognac.
It's a bird they drown it in cognac.
Whoa.
And then pack in salt.
Your boss knows more about this than I do, but so if you want more details. So
fair enough, okay.
This bird
probably would.
This bird,
he would, that lunatic.
He really would.
This bird only has a specific migration pattern. It's incredibly rare.
Okay.
So what they do is they find this bird, and they catch it, and the idea is you start feeding it, and you feed it under a cloth, because it only eats at night.
Okay.
Like a blackout cloth. And now...
And you force feed it
Yeah.
until it's exploding.
Because basically, you eat so much it turns all of its bones and organs and everything into jelly.
Wow.
Gross.
And finally, when that's done, you take it and you drown it in cognac.
Oh my god.
And then, when that's done, you pluck it.
Okay.
And you cook it for like 30 seconds, not even.
Yeah.
And little salt, little pepper, and it's done.
Huh.
You have to eat it with a handkerchief over your face. It's tradition.
Okay.
Some people say to preserve the smell. The French, being the weirdos that they are, say, no, so God does not see us do it.
Amazing.
You so cruelly end up with this dish. You know,
of course the French invented the most cruelty, not free. What's the opposite of free? Cruelty loaded.
Laden. Yeah,
laden. Most cruelty laden dish in human history. You cannot eat something worse in a traditional.
I heard it's super illegal.
It's incredibly illegal.
It has been made illegal because they pushed that bird to near extinction.
And not even that. You have to get special dispensation or eat it. Like,
Just to have it.
Apparently happens.
Or you're overseas and you don't care.
No, you can full like there was. I think this was mentioned in Brooklyn Nine-Nine once. She's like, I got special dispensation to have an ortolan once. And he was like, oh my god, that's disgusting.
But yeah, they do no prep other than taking the feathers off.
Yeah, and you can eat it
packing it in salt.
Some people eat it with the head, some people don't.
That's so repulsive.
That is.
You eat this whole fucking bird.
Yeah, and apparently it's very edible and very delicious.
It's straight up repulsive.
Yeah.
It
not
is
even because of the cruelty,
decadence.
just the way that you
concept.
Eat it. It's disgusting.
You eat the whole damn thing.
Waiting for the.
So what is everyone making? Wait, what? Since when did Netflix have a Dracula series?
Actually, I'm really looking forward to that Dracula
series. Be more specific.
I am stopping right now because we're 10 minutes, we're 13 minutes away, but I was building the backpack, arms, and head of Geneza Gal Geiger. Sam is building.
Furyu from Gal Geiger, which combines into Geki Ryujin.
Dave?
I've finished all of the weapons for a Oracle Crest Armored Core from, I think, Armored Core 3 or 4 Raven or something. You'd have to Google it, but it is the main core type Crest Oracle version.
Nice.
And Devin is building skirts for golems.
Various
okay.
Yeah, doing various different D&D models.
He's using green
Cthulhu
stuff.
Spawn and a dragon. These are all for a session that's coming up, and these are golems of one variety that I'm using sculpting putty to add capes and skirts to.
Oh, he's converting them from flesh golems
to rune golems who have capes and tassels and things.
Oh, okay.
Well, instead of wearing just a loincloth, now they
to Armored Core. It's just they also want to make money, so they're stuck making Souls-esque games.
Who?
From Software made Armored Core.
Yeah.
But they also make Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
So they're sort of stuck making Souls-esque games.
Yes. Because, money.
And popularity,
We talked about it, and it's only 3 episodes. I believe I'm going to watch it while I work on George Zach's Prop, which I've seen pictures, and it's coming along beautifully, and I'm super excited to see it. Shadow Crone said earlier.
It's the Dracula series. Okay.
He's working on that chainsword for you soon.
Oh my god!
He's waiting for the micro motors.
That's
micro motors.
He's making it so the blade turns.
Yeah, that my chainsword is going to be functional.
I'm going to straight up
dude. Holy shit!
Like I've seen those prop makers
That's cool, babe.
who make they don't even paint it. They make it out of cardboard.
Yeah.
And they put motors in it, and it's I'm like, holy moly!
Nice.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Well played, Sam. Good job.
God, this just isn't. It's too thin.
And now when the cement is ready, they fire it as dragons. I guess.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It fires wind
It
missiles.
looks so back heavy though. Like
It kind of is. You can take this part off of it so that way you can actually stand.
That's what I'll
Right.
do.
Hey, yeah,
it
hold
looks
it
so
at the side.
transformery.
I was like,
Yeah.
if I hold it upside down, it bends that way. If I hold it this way, it does that. I'm like,
Oh, that's bad.
it's just so thin. I'm like, how do I keep this to dry in the position I want? I'll just.
Well, you can just
Actually,
say it's a
that
heavy
way.
fabric. And it leads
Hideki
down even though it's
Miyazaki,
doing
creator
Yeah, I know,
of
right?
DS, directed some of the Armored Core games.
No.
Sorry. From some of us.
Tardy fan says actually Hideki
There we go.
Miyazaki,
That
creator
can work.
of DS, created some of the Armored Core games.
that. Oh,
Neat.
okay.
That's okay. I'm still here playing Super Robot Wars, and that's not going anywhere.
That's fair.
Yep. I've been playing actually a lot of Monster Hunter lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that new expansion is
Because Iceborne's out.
You also get to play as Geralt.
Haven't done that.
That's an
Haven't done that.
event.
That's a special event. No, it's just because I've been playing. I finally got around to playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and my buddies are playing Monster Hunter, and they're very similar in
I
their
got 4 hours into
their
that.
concepts.
I have to pick it up again.
Horizon.
It just.
It's such a beautifully encapsulated game. Everything relates to everything else. The systems are built beautifully. The story is wonderful. The music is wonderful. And it's an experience.
I need to get somewhere fast. That robot sheep looks fast. So you hack a robot sheep and ride it to your destination.
Yep, I'm in one of the cauldrons where you can where you get to learn the codes to override things.
Yeah.
And I saw while I was looking at their big T-Rex version, the Thunderjaw, it's like override code Zeta. I went, baby, because Vanessa's played it before, so I just called across the apartment, like, baby, and like, yes. If I do the Zeta Cauldron, can I? And she knew exactly what I was asking. It's like, no, you can't ride the T-Rex robot.
But
What the hell's the point?
You can get it to fight for you.
Okay.
can
wasted opportunity.
If you see two of them, you can get one to fight the other.
Exactly. You can create T-Rex battles.
Monster fight! Monster fight! Monster fight!
Yeah, it was just like one of the. But can you imagine
Is
if
that
you're
our thing
having a
now?
really
Yeah, it's
rough
our
fight, just overriding the Thunderjaw, and then the Thunderjaw does all your work for you? Like, that's actually amazing.
What do you
I'm
mean
okay with
artillery barrage?
I can ride a robot dog with a. That's like I can, however, ride a robot dog with a machine gun on its shoulder. That's okay. I'm really cool about that. Yeah.
We were playing. So go ahead.
I got a special edition, so I got like this outfit out of the box, and it's pretty fucking metal. You know the stalkers?
Yes.
The
yes,
little
stalkers.
things?
Yep.
Yeah, it's armor made out of one of
Time
those.
Tiger.
Nice.
The problem is, if you hunt Time Tiger, Time Tiger will hunt you as a baby.
As a
Well,
baby.
Oh, it
prevent
goes
you
back in
hunting it.
time.
Yeah,
See, it's coming back.
yeah, it is. Because I've been thinking about it all stream. Time Tiger's only enemy is another Time Tiger. I could go back and watch
Time
this.
Tiger's true nemesis is
Just-
itself.
It's just a younger Time Tiger.
A younger, more virulent time tiger.
The only one that can police Time Tiger is Time Tiger.
Monster fight, Time Tiger.
Yeah,
God.
last time looking at the survey, I think
You have 8 minutes. Go.
Yeah.
Ah!
Turn it off in 5.
Ah. Does anyone have super glue?
No.
Damn
Yes.
It's right there.
Oh, thank you.
What did you break?
No, it's just it. This wasn't fully twisted on, so it didn't close the air, and now the glue's clear. It's like, ah. So now I need to go home, take a heat gun, and be like, melt all the glue, and then.
Was that how you fix that?
Yeah, you boil water and hold it over boiled water, or you can light a match, or not a match, a lighter, so you can hold it for a while, and just hold it over the plastic.
I probably use like a tea candle or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You ever held a lighter for a long time? It gets real hot real
It
fast.
does. Yeah.
So you go to IKEA, you get a fucking 50-pack because they don't sell them any less.
You can get them at Walmart.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
thing.
there you go, a tea candle.
Time Tiger versus Lime Liger.
I
What?
don't know what Liger is.
Lime liger.
It just rhymes.
Well, I think a liger is a
lion
lion
and a
and a tiger.
Yeah, but there's
this
also a
one has
tiger and a
limes.
lion, which makes a different species.
Yeah.
Activator.
A ligan?
Yeah.
Squish. And glued instantly.
Tiger. Whatever. Anyways,
Yeah,
There's pictures of both, and they actually come out wildly different depending on who, like what gender, what parent.
That's interesting.
It is
What if you breed the two together?
They are like mules in that they are not breedable.
They don't breed on their own.
See, I would take the two and I'd breed them together, and I would see what would come out. Would I get a tiger and a lion?
Well, the thing is that a tiger and a lion are genetically compatible, but only just.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Dave.
Yeah, that's the word, sterile. Tigers are sterile.
Oh.
It's like when you make.
But will we see time
it's
tiger
like when you
versus
breed a donkey
battle
and a
cat?
horse, you get a mule. When mules are
Battle
sterile.
cat would be eaten. Wait,
no.
which one's on cocaine?
Battle cat.
Okay, battle cat versus time tiger. That's a dangerous day.
It's a fair fight, though.
Shadowrun third game with shotgun legs. Oh, right. I'm like, Battle Cat, why was that?
Because we kept trying to make Battle Cat, you wouldn't let us.
Yes, I remember now.
The only people that lose in a time tiger versus battle cat is everyone in the vicinity.
You know, I think they'd face off, and then they'd realize that the only way to win this game is not to play.
They were in love!
Yes. One is secretly a female of the species, and then they breed.
Battle cat is a female.
Is it a female?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. Time tiger's
just
a dude.
announced right now.
Okay, cool. So time tiger's a dude. They'll breed and have...
Baby announcement video! Gender announcement video!
What is it? Shotgun! Oh, no.
Like, doctor, I'm going to need a percentage based on how much of that thing is shotgun.
Grande.
40?
Amazing. Okay, well, I'll fix that whenever I
Every
get
time it roars, it fires a shotgun blast in its mouth.
All right.
We tried to...
And that's how Power Rangers started.
Oh my god, it reminds me of the thing, there's an acronym, ACB. It's supposed to be like all cops are bastards, but what if it was different? What
Signed cop at birth.
a signed cop at birth? I'm sorry, but he's a cop. No! He just comes up with a mustache and a
Back
hat
to the
on.
top down.
This is like the aviators, like the policeman's hat.
Yeah, that's
like
how
a
the comic
big
went.
mustache.
That's amazing.
For those of you looking on the stream, this is all the parts I built for
Genetic.
for Stealth Cow.
Oh, yes. Neat.
Yep.
It kind of looks like...
A bird?
Yeah.
Because it is a bird.
Is it?
Yes.
Bird.
No, sorry.
Wait, so what was the music for Time Tiger?
Was there music for Time Tiger?
I'm just saying it's like the story, the theme, the design, the visual aesthetic, and of course...
No, she's talking about Nier Automata.
Oh, Nier Automata. Oh, right. Like, wait, I'm getting confused. Hold on.
The music for Time Tiger was just Don't Stop Me Now.
How out of it were we?
I'm pretty sure the music is Don't Stop Me Now by Queen and mixes of that.
Stop me now. I'm having a good time. Having a good time.
And stop before we get demonetized. Or we get flagged.
Oh, Devin, that ship sailed long ago.
Yeah,
No,
the only time we've ever gotten
No,
consistently
our video
flagged...
could get taken down.
No, depends. The only time we've gotten consistently flagged is when I've played Super Robot Wars on stream.
Really?
Every time we get nabbed.
Huh.
Which
That's
is fun.
interesting.
Which it's not a strike. It's a if you monetize this,
We make money.
we will make profit off of you
Right. Okay.
in a share. To which I laughed all night.
Yeah, we can't get taken down.
You can't get
for it.
demonetized if you don't monetize.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't get taken down if we're just singing in it because that's just us being doofuses, right?
Yes, Shadowcron. If you could direct message me the Time Tiger plot, because sometimes, as Sam can attest, I do get really into a plot and I don't write it down.
It just keeps going.
Like I have to do my I have to start putting my plot for Lancer down. I've got to do Trudvang.
Jordan has to finish his plot
Yep.
for his game because you're the first weekend in February, dude. Your players are set up. I'm going to be doing the thread for that soon.
Are we allowed to announce what my game is? Because I don't even remember when it is.
Yours is after your wedding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know that, but I was like which month did we decide on a month?
We haven't really
We haven't
decided yet. We
decided.
wanted
Okay,
to,
cool.
we wanted
Alright,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it
still
with
up to
you
date.
when you were comfortable with having
Right.
it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well,
we're
we'll
like-
be in June because I'll
Yeah.
be. By the way, I'm going to Egypt for my honeymoon.
Good. Bring back Luke.
Okay.
I am requesting an Egyptian curse, please.
I've
Make
been
sure to desecrate
it's
his
lovely.
Imhotep.
That's the one.
Imhotep.
All right. Here's a
Sweet.
tip. Tip everyone a 5 Egyptian note bill.
Okay.
That's the standard tip.
Yep.
No matter how much it costs, five
note.
Egyptian pound bill.
Okay, yeah.
Shokran is thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
La shokran is no thank you.
Yep.
And if someone's trying to sell you like a street urchin,
You can say like la
Imshi
la la la.
means fuck off.
Wow. What does...
Imchi.
Good, Vanessa will want to know that.
You are not well liked. Where you?
No, they are persistent.
No, they are. It's
shukran. It's like, come on,
there are actually
Imchi.
There are actually
Wait a minute, I hear
videos on
Imchi in
YouTube.
a lot of The Mummy. I gotta watch that movie again.
There is a lot of videos about people talking about how you can stop people from trying to sell you things because everyone and their cousin will try and sell you things.
Start coughing really hard at them.
Yeah, they look like you've got.
Plague is universal.
Then they'll try and sell you cough suppressants.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's just
remember whenever I was doing
that's just thoughtful though.
Fair, yeah. Remember when I was doing the wood and you were a long time ago and I had painted the beautiful like one layer and then you said, oh no, you're painting it dark now. You're gonna ruin it and turn out really well. The table.
Yep.
Better do orange on this. Not sure how it's gonna work out, but it's kind of orangey
Pick
in
the
art.
underside of one of the tentacles.
Yes, that is a very good idea.
There you go.
Good test.
Test.
Curse of the Mummies 2 in real life. If I'm a lucky boy.
Also, please forgive all the garbage at the bottom of the tombs. Just the wind blows it in there,
Okay.
and they don't care to janitorize it.
Right.
Well, there's curses.
Yeah. Also, don't get offended by the fact that there are English prices and Arabic prices.
Oh, that I totally
And they're
expect.
wildly different.
I was actually told. So you get told a price, you ask for a quarter of that price, and expect to pay half the price.
It's absolutely a barter.
Absolutely a barter
it's a barter
system,
society.
Yep.
Hey.
Umber Dragon
But I
has
had
followed.
fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But if you want to get real close to some pyramids,
Yes or no? Before it
It
dries.
looks like he's covered in hot sauce.
nice.
Do you think that would look good for the rest
Buffalo
of the tentacles?
sauce.
Hold on. I'll paint a whole tentacle. Yes or no?
He ate chicken wings.
That's a no.
Also,
I don't know, it's not dry.
if you want to get close and
Eh.
personal with some pyramids, go
Yeah.
to the bent pyramids
Oh my god, that
as
was
well. You will be able to, if you bribe the right guard, you'll go inside.
The bent pyramid of Sneferu is a hilarious concept. Ah!
Well, yeah,
There.
the whole
We're at
thing about the
5
bent
o'clock.
pyramids
What's
is they didn't build it on
I
good
like it in
bedrock.
the crevices.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna really heavily.
We are at
medium
5
that
o'clock.
We are
So-
5
okay.
o'clock.
We are 5 o'clock.
Which means
Oh
that
no,
it's-
pumpkins!
It's pumpkin time, guys.
So, as always, join the D20 Live Discord
Hello.
if you want more. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. Pigeon, I don't know.
Francis.
Follow
I don't
us.
know.
Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram,
Carrier pigeon, if you can
Facebook.
find one.
Yep.
I'm sure they're extinct.
Patreon.
Yep.
Our next
Our
stream
Patreon.
will be next Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. It will be Sam's turn
Oh,
for
yeah,
a game
shit.
pick.
I am. Fuck.
I gotta prep. No way.
I gotta think of something.
Yeah, so
Well,
you will have a survey up in the
or a
Discord.
board game.
Well, either or.
You will have a survey up in the Discord about what it will be.
Yep.
Probably Monday.
Yep.
So you have the night to think about it.
Yep.
Apart from that, and then the week after that will be Angoria.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't need to do anything for that, right?
No, I'm going to make your character.
Awesome. Fantastic. Can I still do like 3 potions in a single turn?
If you can do it in Pathfinder First Edition, you can.
Wah, wah.
Wah wah. Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing that in a couple of days. I'll be working on your character sheets once
Cool.
I'm done writing up the module, which I'll be working on this week.
Okay.
After that, I believe Ravenloft episode 10 will be this month,
Yes.
which will be good fun.
Yep.
And
Gonna
then
go up for patrons.
I liked episode 10. Episode 10's a good one.
And
yes.
I can
Episode
double
10
check.
was a fun time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Hang on, I can tell
Just
you
gonna,
when.
I'm gonna take
Now
off.
that it's spread out a little bit, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm just
look
gonna
like,
take off the
Yeah, that's
top
better.
layer.
buffalo sauce.
Ravenloft.
That's
There. Take off the top
Ravenloft
layer.
episode
That's
10
better. There you
will
go.
go up for patrons on the 18th. And then they'll come up on the
Absorb
25th for everyone else.
Ooh, that
So-
glove. Get away with that glove.
Yeah. And we will be sure to actually notify all the patrons
Let's get rid of
before
some model.
Yeah.
the 18th,
Model.
letting them know, yes, it is coming up on the 18th.
Yeah.
Spotted it.
Exactly. All right. Any other announcements before we sign off?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Jordan will be running his stream at the beginning of February.
Stressful.
We'll have a craft check between the two,
Yep.
the week in between, and after that, I will be running D20 Live's first Gundam game.
Oh.
I actually was thinking about it, and I think I'm going to commit to it. I think I'm going to get props for everyone for my game.
Get your plot done first and the characters done first before you start grabbing. As the guy who's done this enough times, get your pictures and your plot done
picture
first.
the art, and then plot, art credits, and then props.
Pictures,
if you need me to drop pictures, please tell me at least 2 weeks in advance.
No, I don't think so.
just
We'll do it day before. Wink.
Please no.
I'll need some hastily sketched stick figures, please.
So, Jordan, are you ready for this
Storyboard it.
CR22 character?
Nope. Lord almighty.
Yep.
Are you ready to actually paint the rest of it, then?
Shut up. 6 foot rule. 6 foot rule. There you go. Can't actually see it.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Good night. See you next week.